Overton head coach Glenn Snodgrass knows his team has their hands full with three-time defending champ Howells, but his running back Charlie Rudine has rushed for over 1,500 yards this year. Howells is back for the fourth straight year, and head coach Mike Spears has an explosive team, with two-time All-Stater Matt Eichmeyer accounting for over 1,400 yards. The Class D1 state finals are next.
Towards the end zone is Duggar. He'll score with a touchdown. A state record with great press.
Oh, nice move.
Aurora fans, a lot to cheer about.
Showing that tremendous speed going down that far sideline. Bartle.
Really looks good for him today. Kind of a high loper.
NETV Sports, Nebraska's home for sports, is live from Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska for the 2003 Nebraska State High School Football Championships. Tonight, in the Class D1 title game, it's the Overton Eagles and the Howells Bobcats. Hi again, everybody. Along with Adrian Fiala, I'm Kevin Kugler as we bring you the D1 State Championship game live from Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska. Now, normally when you think about eight-man football, you think about high-powered offenses and big numbers, and we have those in tonight's game. But when you look at the Howells Bobcats, you also have to look at defense. This is a really good defensive team.
Kevin, this might be the best defense I've seen in a long time. In 12 games this year, they've pitched a shutout 8 times. 6 of those have been consecutive. Incredible. Just allowing 3 points on the year all season. And not only that, their first-team defense allowed their first touchdown a week ago in the semifinals of the playoffs. This is a tough defense. I'd say they're tough as a $2 steak, but that wouldn't make sense. So, anyway, we'll take it from there.
Well, Overton might be just the team that can knock off the Howells Bobcats tonight because they have one thing that Howells hasn't seen much of this year, and that's huge bodies. They're a big team.
They do. Their offensive line really exceptionally big. Interior, they average about 261. They're led by their big tackle, Orion Matthews, 6'5", 298. And this is a team that can light you up if you're not careful. It is a team that could really create some sparks against this Howells defense.
Larry Putney is standing by down on the field with more. Larry?
Well, both of these teams are here in the state championship game. When it comes to state title experience, they're really at opposite ends of the spectrum. Howells going for its 4th consecutive state championship. This is the first ever trip to the state championship for Overton, but there was a lot of people who saw both of these teams as state championship caliber teams because at the beginning of the year, they were picked 1 and 2 in the state. That's how they'll finish the season as well.
1 and 2 in the state and 1 and 2 right here for a title tonight in the D1 State Championship. And let's go to public address announcer Rich Broderson for our player introductions.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the players competing in Class D1 State Football Championship Finals. First, for the visiting team, the Eagles of Overton High School. Number 1, Jared McCarter. Number 7, Preston Gailey. Number 8, Jared Barton. Number 11, Chase Freeman. Number 14, Derek Brown. Number 23, Brian Johnson. Number 25, Anthony Chavez. Number 41, Matthew Davenport. Number 42, Derek Bacon. Number 45, Tony Martin. Number 46, Charles Rudine. Number 48, Andrew Lang. Number 55, Gregory Love. Number 66, Travis Nitch. Number 78, Orion Mathies. The head coach for Overton is Glenn Snodgrass. And the rest of the Overton Eagles.
(11-1) on the year. D1's representative, at least on half of the sideline. The Overton Eagles, coached by Glenn Snodgrass in his 5th year as the head coach of Overton. They made it here by beating everybody in their way. Greeley, Arapahoe, Eustis, Farnham, all teams that fell at the hands of the Overton Eagles. And their lone loss this year, a 1-point defeat at the hands of Amherst, a team that is very good and very big along the front line. We'll see how they handle this very good Howells offense. In fact, a powerhouse at Howells. As Adrian mentioned, the shutouts on defense, but Matt Eichmeyer on offense is a fun player to watch, and we'll get our chance to see him in just a little bit. Back to Rich Broderson now to introduce you to the Howells Bobcats.
Now for the home team, the Bobcats of Howells High School. Number 8, John Recker. Number 9, Jesse Hageman. Number 16, Justin Takel. Number 18, Brian Janata. Number 19, Matt Eichmeyer. Number 21, Michael Dustel. Number 22, Michael Byer. Number 23, Kyle Check. Number 25, Craig Brester. Number 32, Derek Schroeder. Number 33, Lance Grothy. Number 40, Scott Byer. Number 46, Stephen Bajita. Number 56, Alan Kempschneider. Number 70, Clark Bellina. Number 72, Justin Sindelar. Number 73, Colby Danley. Number 74, Tyler Schwartz. Number 83, Brett Ortmeyer. Number 84, Joel Kaup. The head coach of Howells is Michael Spears, and the rest of the Bobcats.
There are the 3-time defending state champion Howells Bobcats. They've done it with offense, they've done it with defense, and this year, Abe, they appear to have both with a lot to spare. Great offense, great defense. This is a good football team.
It really is. Mike Spears has done a marvelous job at Howells, Kevin, to bring it around, to bring this state championship run to Howells. 323 yards of total offense they average, along with 45 points a game, and giving up just 3 points a game to their opponents all year on average. So exceedingly good defense, and we're going to see that here just very, very shortly. Overton, well, they've got their work cut out for them. They're going against a big bunch here, big tough bunch, but they've got some big tough guys on that offensive line. So this could be a great game.
Larry Putney was standing by earlier in the Howells Bobcats locker room. And Larry, I assume they're a confident bunch?
Kevin, I tell you what, it's the 3rd year in a row I've been in the Howells locker room, and every year after Mike Spears is done speaking, I'm looking for the pads. This year he said to his guys, we've been hearing all week that we ain't seen physical, that we ain't seen hard hitting. He said, we all know it's easy to talk, but when somebody's standing in front of you ready to pop you in the face, it's a little different story. So he challenged his guys to go out here and do it. By the way, second time today I've heard pop you in the face in the pregame locker room.
Larry, that's kind of a common thing amongst the players for sure. But
Black has won the coin toss. Black, do you choose kick, defer, receive, or White? Which end would you like to defend? Okay, we're going to step out here. Black has won the toss. And they've elected to receive.
Howells wins the toss, guys. They're going to take the ball, try to march down the field in the opening drive.
The Howells Bobcats and the Overton Eagles. The D1 state title game is next.
Programming on NETV is provided in part by Education Quest Foundation. For over 15 years, Education Quest has offered free college planning services. These services include scholarship searches, student loan information, college selection, and help with completing financial aid application. Education Quest is located in Kearney, Lincoln, and Omaha. Appointments are available at 800-666-3721.
Programming on NETV is made possible by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska.
These cost about $50. This costs about $57,000. Choosing to use these can help you avoid this. And since inactivity is a better predictor of death than smoking, high blood pressure, and even heart disease, using these more and this less could save you more than money. A message that's good to know from Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska.
Nebraska. You live and play here. You raise your family here. So do we. ACE, community-owned, community-operated. Your hometown choice for natural gas.
Skinwalkers. Sunday night at 8 Central Time on NETV. You're watching NETV and NETV Digital Television, a service of Nebraska Educational Telecommunications.
The 2003 Nebraska State High School Football Championships are being carried live over the internet. So if you have friends or family who don't have access to NETV, have them log on to mynptv.org, click sports, and follow the prompts to State High School football. These webcasts are free and brought to you commercial-free as a service of NETV, Nebraska's home for sports. Take a look here at the brackets for this D1 state championship. How did they get here, you ask? There you see Cedar Bluffs and Falls City Sacred Heart falling at the hands of the Howells Bobcats. For Overton, the Eagles soared over Arapahoe and Eustis Farnham, and now they reach this title game with the hopes of knocking off the three-time defending state champions. There they are, straight diagonal shot. Overton in central Nebraska, Howells in northeast Nebraska. For this Class D1 final, they meet in Lincoln, and Memorial Stadium, the site for this D1 title game. A chilly night in Lincoln. It was a very warm day. Temps in the low 70s in Lincoln. Right now at kickoff, 54 degrees, fair skies, and the wind has shifted. It's coming out of the north now, a front making its way into Lincoln, and a much chillier weekend ahead. Humidity, all-important humidity tonight at 45%. It is humid. I mean, woo, what a muggy night for football, but I think these guys will be able to handle it. As you take a look at the Overton sideline, the Eagles 11-1, Howells 12-0 on this year, and should be an interesting matchup. Ryan Matthews, a big part of how this Overton team will do. As you get a look at the big guy there, 6'5", 298, and he's just a junior in high school.
And he's one of five big people up front for Overton tonight. Travis Nish, 6'2", 248, Andrew Lang, 5'9", 245. One of their guards, Gregory Love, at 5'11" and 240. You saw Matthews there at 298. And then their receiver, their senior strong side receiver is Jared McCrader. He's just 175. But up there in the interior, Kevin, they're big, they're strong, and they can move. We were talking about it in pregame, watching their offensive line go through some drills and how well they moved along the line of scrimmage. So we'll see how that all works out. We talked about Howell's defense and how good they are. Overton's defense, no slouch this year. They're allowing just 13 points a game. They pitched 3 shutouts this year, but 2 of those, Kevin, came in the playoffs. have. So they're on a good roll as far as defense goes.
Take a look at your officials tonight here in this D1 title game. Paul Eden's the referee, Brad Shaw, the umpire, Jeff Wallach, the linesman, Chris Lawcomer, the line judge, and Matt Huck, the back judge tonight. Your officials as assigned by the NSAA. We're about ready to boot this one away. Kickoff coming in the Class D1 state championship game, and it should be a dandy tonight. And we're excited to have you with us as well. It's championship number 2, day number 1 of this state high school championship weekend. Brett Ortmeyer and Michael Dustel back deep to return. And you see the man kicking it off. It's Orion Matthews. Big man. See if he's got a big leg with the wind at his back. And this D1 title game is underway, and with the wind at his back, it's 4 yards deep in the end zone and out to the 15-yard line for the touchback. And we'll take a look at the Bobcat offense. Howells 12-0 on the year. Matt Eichmeyer, Michael Dustel, and Scott Beyer, the backs and receivers for the Howells Bobcats. And up front, Michael Beyer, Colby Danley, Tyler Schwartz, Stephen Buzzuta, and Kyle Check along that offensive line for the Howells Bobcats. We talked about the size of the Overton line. It's on that defensive line as well. Mitch Love and Matthews, big bodies up front, a 4-man front for the Overton Eagles. Motion man, they give it up the middle, and tripping on his way through is Scott Beyer, the fullback. A pickup of a yard on the play. The defense for the Overton Eagles, Gregory Love, Orion Matthews, and Tyler Davenport along the defensive line. For the backs and linebackers, Preston Gailey, Matthew Davenport, Tony Martin, Charlie Rudine, and Jared McCarter. The backs and linebackers for the Overton Eagles. Charlie Rudine, great tailback and also a very good linebacker, leading the team with 135 tackles on the year. Matt Eichmeyer under center on 2nd and 9. Fake the give to the motion man. Eichmeyer keeps, and down he goes. A little trouble with the footing on the first couple of plays for these Howells Bobcats. And earlier we talked with Howells head coach Mike Spears about his quarterback, Matt Eichmeyer.
You know, what can you say? 3-year starter, athletic kid. You try to get the ball in his hands as much as you can, try to find some creative ways to get him touching the ball. And defensively, he's just a force at free safety. We've hardly given up any big runs just because he's always there and making tackles.
3rd down and 11 now for Howells. Eichmeyer to throw. Over the middle, complete, and brought down right there. 3 downs and out. The Overton Eagle defense up to the challenge. And the 3-time defending state champ Howells Bobcats, they're going to have to punt it away.
Good job by Jared McCrader that time, playing right in the middle there to make the play in the hole, as we call it, right behind the defensive line. They tried to fool everybody, send receivers deep, and then run a receiver right into the hole. But McCrader was there to make the play, shut it down, and create down number 4, 4th and about 8.
4th down and 8, punt time coming. And Eichmeyer will boot it away. Going into a stiff north wind. And that'll force Jared McCarter up a little bit on the return. And Eichmeyer got a good kickoff into the wind. McCarter back to the 27-yard line. He's in trouble. And McCarter goes down back at the 26. The tackle finally made by Michael Dustel. Good coverage and a real good punt by Eichmeyer into the wind.
Good coverage by Brett Ortmeyer down the field on the punt. He made the first contact. Made the first contact with McCarter on the play, and then it was finished off by the teammates. But Ortmeyer, a senior, down the field very, very quickly, and a good punt, as you said, Kevin.
Preston Gailey leads his Overton Eagle offense out on 1st down and 10 from the 26-yard line. Gailey give right up the middle to the fullback, Tony Martin, and Martin will pick up a couple out near the 27-yard line. Preston Gailey, Charlie Rudine, and Tony Martin, the starters in the backs and receivers for the Overton Eagles. Along that big offensive line, Travis Nitch, Orion Matthews, Andrew Lang, Gregory Love, and Jared McCarter, the split end. Preston Gailey looks over the defense, 2nd down and 9 from the 27-yard line. Just underway in this first quarter of the D1 state title game. The give going up the middle, Rudine looking for running room, and he finds some out to the 33-yard line, 3 yards shy of a 1st down. The defense for the Howells Bobcats, Stephen Buzzuta, Michael Beyer, Clark Molina along that defensive line. Backs and linebackers, Lance Grothy, Scott Beyer, Scott Bloom, Matt Eichmeyer, and Brett Ortmeyer. Backs and linebackers for the Howells Bobcats. 3rd down and 3 from the Overton 33-yard line. Preston Gailey under center on 3rd and 3. The give going up the middle. Rudine, he is stopped short of the first down by 2 yards. Trying the right side, nothing there, Aid, on 3rd down and short.
Trying that right side over Matthews, Kevin. They run an unbalanced line, Overton does, as you've seen in their alignment here the last 3 plays. They'll run strength to that side, and they ran that time to Matthews' side, trying to pick up that first down. But so far, Howells has done a good job to contend with that, stop that last play, and now creates the punt for Overton.
4th down and 2. Howells with no one deep. They're expecting a fake. It will be a punt instead, as McCarter sends that one down with no one back. It'll go into the end zone for the touchback. The wind at his back, and McCarter got all of that one, sent it in, and he's a real good punter, averaging 43 yards per punt on the year. That one sails into the end zone for the touchback.
43 per punt, and leading the state in that category, Kevin. Does a great job. Jared McCarter, 6'3", 175 pounds. Plays a mean middle backer out there, or safety, I should say, along with being an excellent receiver and punter. Kid's got it all, man.
1st down and 10 from the 15. That's not a bad thing to have if you can have it all.
Got it all.
On the sweep, Dustle trying to find some running room, and so far, this Overton defense has been up to the challenge of a very potent Howells offense, really stymieing that running game early.
Running a 4-man front with 3 backers and a single back there, McCarter, the single free safety. And just stacking the line of scrimmage up there and daring them to run, and they are trying to get that done. They being the Howells offense as they break the huddle and come forward as Eichmeyer has that cast on his left hand. Tell you about that later here.
2nd down and 9. Eichmeyer trying to get away from trouble, and oh, what a pop. Flag is down at the 26-yard line, and so is Eichmeyer as a big hit was leveled. Orion Matthews finishing it off, and he got him right on the chops.
Good pressure off the snap by Gregory Love, number 55. And we'll see the penalty on Overton for the face mask.
Be the 5-yard variety at the end of the run. So a little bit too much action around the headgear of Matt Eichmeyer, and it'll cost Overton's defense 5 yards. So far, so good, though, for the Overton Eagle defense, and this Howells offense trying to figure out a way to get moving. They have moved this year with great efficiency. And it's been because of Matt Eichmeyer in large part, accounting for nearly 1,400 yards of total offense, despite missing a couple of weeks with that broken wrist. On the toss, Dustle gets to the outside. He has the first down out near the 30-yard line. And a first down for the Howells Bobcats, and they'll move the chains.
Watch the block here by number 40, Scott Meyer, to the outside, right there to the outside. He kicks that end way to the outside. Gives Dustle a lot of room to go as white shirts convene, but again, an excellent block by Scott Meyer.
1st down and 10 just across the 30-yard line. They'll line the backs in the I set. On the toss play again, Dustle trying to find running room, and not a lot there. And Tony Martin got into the backfield early and forced that play inside.
Stepped right around the lead blocks. Tony Martin did, Kevin. Watch him there, 45. Here come the lead blocks. Missed him totally. And he's able to get in and slow the ball carrier down. That sure helps when you got help to the inside, which he knew about. Picked it up.
6:55 remaining in this first quarter. 2nd down and 9 from the 32. Fumbled snap. Eichmeyer picks it up on the hop, moves it forward, and Eichmeyer, with that great athleticism, is close to a Howells first down.
He got the bounce on the play, and even with a cast on his hand, Kevin able to handle it like a shortstop down there. They're going to measure it. Too close to call. They're going to measure it. Referee Paul Eden's signals.
Bringing in the chains here. Very, very close to a first down.
What do you think, by a nose?
I think he's got it by just a hair. But you've got the specs on it.
Take a look here. The referee's kind of blocking my way. It's
nope,
short.
He's short.
Short about it. About an inch or two.
As I said, short by a nose. Don't rewind the tape to check out if I was saying that or not.
That's what I thought you said.
Third down and short now for Howells, and we'll see if they go with the quarterback sneak with Eichmeyer, maybe a try to Dustle. There's so many weapons on this Howells offense, and Mike Spears has a lot of places to go.
Their right guard, Stephen Bajada, the number 46, is a 236-pound offensive lineman. Let's see if they happen to take it his way. He'd be on the right side over there.
3rd down and short. Eichmeyer with the sneak. He's got the first down into Overton territory near the 38-yard line. First down and 10 for the Howells Bobcats as they convert on 3rd and short.
Decided to go over Colby Danley, between Colby Danley and Tyler Schwartz in the offensive line. Exactly opposite of where we thought they might go, or I thought they might go, but he picks up the first down. Matt Eichmeyer is a tremendous football player, a 2-time All-State football player, 3-year starting quarterback for the Howells Bobcats.
Backs in the eye set, the toss to Dustle. Trying to work outside, and Dustle picks up a yard, maybe a yard and a half as he finds the right side. But that Overton defense up to the challenge again. Matthews in there. Also, Charles Rudine at the bottom of the pile.
And also number 7, Preston Gailey, part of that tackle also as he got up inside.
2nd down and 8 from the 36-yard line. 5:55 remaining in this first quarter. Eichmeyer with a good fake pitch. That sold one, and then the tackle made by Rudine after Eichmeyer picks up 3 yards on the play.
Matthew Davenport down there for Overton. He was the man who was optioned on that time. You see him, number 41, trying to make the play, but he was the guy who got optioned on the play. Eichmeyer handling the ball very, very well.
3rd down and 6 from the 34-yard line of Overton. On the toss, trying to find running room. Good block from Eichmeyer, but oh, what a hit leveled by Matthews. Oh my, just popped him right down at the 30-yard line. What a stick by Matthews.
Well, he's big and he can move. He's 6'5", 298 pounds, but man, is he well put together. He can move it right down the line. He did it on that play and showed you why he can hit so well. He's a big, strong guy, and you'll probably see a lot more of that as this evening goes along.
It's hits like that that have moms keeping their kids out of football all across this country. 4th down and 3 from the 31. Fake pitch, nobody there to fake it to. Eichmeyer to throw, and it's incomplete. Eichmeyer faked the pitch to the right. Everybody went to the left, and then he threw it out into the flat. No chance for the completion.
Preston Gailey here. Watch the good ball handling here as everybody bid on that. Gailey back there, number 7. And the receiver here adjusts his route, except he got adjusted in the air also. That's Michael Byer. He's a big, tough kid, though. 6'2", 230 pounds, and he is one of the leaders on this Howells football team.
1st down and 10 for Overton as they turn away Howells on downs. No score, 4:43 remaining in the first quarter. Gailey on the toss to the left side. Rudine trying to find some running room, and a good solid run by Charlie Rudine. 1,500 plus yards rushing this year for Rudine. He gets 5 more on that carry.
Matt Eichmeyer that time coming up to help in the hole there, but he slipped down. He just lost his footing as Rudine was coming up into the hole. Eichmeyer slipped and he went right by and picked up about 5 on the play. 2nd and 5.
4:17 remaining in this first quarter. No score between Overton and Howells. Gailey, the give to the fullback Martin, and Martin bowls ahead near the 40-yard line, the midfield stripe. About a yard shy of the first down for the Overton Eagles, and they'll face 3rd and short here as their drive starts to come together a little bit.
So far, Kevin, just slugging it out up front there. 3, 4, 5 yards to the pop, and this will be a short 3rd down attempt here by Overton.
3rd down, they need a long yard for the first. Gailey on the sneak. He's got the first down into Howells territory at the 39-yard line, and a 1st down and 10 for Overton.
Just needed a yard and a half on the play here, and Gailey goes up there between Love and Matthews. Pretty solid, safe territory to go. Love at 240 and Matthews at 298. Take it right between those guys. Good blocking. Easily picks up the first down.
1st and 10 from the 39. Gailey, play fake over the middle, and the pass is incomplete. Intended for Jared McCarter, and they led him a little far.
Good job by McCarter to get out on the route here. Watch him, number 1. Jammed him up a little bit at the line of scrimmage. He got out of there in pretty good shape, but the ball just a little bit overthrown. About another hand or two, and he had it.
2nd down and 10 from the 39-yard line. Back split behind the quarterback, Gailey. On the option, Gailey with the keep. Not a lot of running room up the middle. Eichmeyer came in to close it off after the initial contact was made in there by Lance Grothe. And earlier, we chatted with Glenn Snodgrass about his quarterback, Preston Gailey.
Oh, Preston Gailey's a great quarterback. You know, he's been a great leader all year. Last year he was an all-district player for us, played end and linebacker. And this year we moved him to quarterback, and he's just been a very unselfish player. He's a tough kid, and throws a good ball when we need him to, and then he can run the ball also when we need him to. So he's a real balanced player. He can do a lot of good things well, but most of all, probably his biggest strength is his leadership abilities and you know, just those intangible things. He doesn't make many mistakes and things like that. So, you know, he's been a great quarterback for us this year.
Preston Gailey incomplete on the 3rd down attempt. It's 4th and 8, and it'll be a punt now for the Overton Eagles, as both teams kind of getting the lay of the land here in this first quarter.
Both teams playing good defense here in the early going. That time, bootleg action by Overton. Scott Meyer on the pressure. Made Gailey deliver it just a little prematurely. Here's the snap.
McCarter will punt. Last time it went into the end zone with the wind at his back. This one headed that direction, but it takes a good kick for Overton, and it's down at the 5-yard line. Got the good spin off the field turf, and Howells pinned deep in their own end at the 5.
I think he used about a 60-degree wedge on that shot, Jared McCarter. What a great punt. Spins it right down to the 5-yard line.
The 2003 Nebraska State High School Football Championships on NETV Sports, made possible in part by the financial contributors to Nebraskans for Public Television. You too can help support your statewide network and become a member of NPTV by calling toll-free 800-634-6788. You can also join NPTV over the internet. Log on to our network website at mynptv.org. Click membership and follow the prompts. If you're enjoying our high school football coverage, please join NPTV today. 3-yard gain on 1st down for Eichmeyer and the Howells Bobcats. 2nd down, 7 from their own 8-yard line as we come across 2 minutes remaining in this first quarter. The toss play to Dustle. And Dustle running into those big bodies inside. Matthews leading the charge along with Charlie Rudeen. Two guys have been very active defensively for Overton here early.
Charlie Rudeen, a great running back and also an excellent middle linebacker, leads the ball club in tackles with 135. And you just saw the evidence of why that happens. There was a guy who just put the shoulder right there in a form tackle straight up and brought the ball carrier down with very little gain after contact.
3rd down and 4 from the 11. Eichmeyer over the middle. Passes dropped over the middle. Michael Byer was there. Eichmeyer couldn't pull it in. Eichmeyer couldn't get it to Byer, and it's 4th down.
Trying to spread the field. Receivers going out to the flanks and then running Byer up over the middle in the hole, as we talked about earlier. If he catches the football, it's a 1st down, but that did not happen. The ball a little bit too tall, and also Rudeen was there to make sure it didn't happen.
4th down and 4 from the 11. Eichmeyer will punt a yard deep in the end zone. Into the wind. It's a wobbly kick. McCarter coming up on it, bobbles it at the 40-yard line, and it goes out of bounds. 39-yard line is where the Overton Eagles will start after the muffed punt returned by Jared McCarter. We'll get all the inside information on the Huskers after the Colorado game on Big Red Wrap-Up Tuesday, December 2nd, live at 7 p.m. Central Time. It's a complete review of the game with highlights, discussion, Huskers Illustrated's Rick Shaw on recruiting, and most importantly, you. Join Adrian Fiala and me for our next Big Red Wrap-Up Tuesday, December 2nd, right here on NETV, Nebraska's home for sports.
And Kevin, let's hope we're talking about a big win.
That would be good.
Come that show.
Talking about those big losses, not that fun. On the 39, 1st down and 10, and over the right side for a couple goes Tony Martin into Howells territory near the 38-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the play. It's 2nd and 7.
Excellent work that time by Steve Bushetta, the defensive end down here right below us. He met everybody coming right into the hole. That inside shoulder took the play to the inside and knocked everybody down. Nice work.
Winding down this first quarter of play. 2nd down and 7. Gailey. The give again up the middle. Rudeen trying the right side of the line, and they are going almost exclusively behind. And why wouldn't you go behind Orion Matthews, the big right guy, 298 pounds. Get him working for you in the right direction.
Kevin, when you run the unbalanced line, you're going to have a tendency to do that a lot. You're going to run to that strength, and he is indeed a big, strong guy, as we chronicled earlier in the ball game, at 298 pounds, and a guy that can move very well. So, yeah, your tendency is really going to be to go that direction a lot.
3rd down and 3, maybe the final play of this first quarter. Backs line up in the eye behind Gailey. Straight drop over the middle. Catch is made. McCarter's got the first down at the Howells 28-yard line. First down for the Overton Eagles as we reach the end of the first quarter of play in the D1 title game. A scoreless first quarter between Overton and Howells. Overton on the move when we start the second quarter next.
Bryan LGH West is bringing advanced neuroscience technology to Nebraska, offering the state's first gamma knife radiosurgery to non-invasively treat brain tumors and severe facial pain, and working with Nebraska's only physician specially trained in coiling for brain aneurysms. Just 2 examples of our commitment to neuroscience care for Nebraskans and our neighbors. Bryan LGH, the first name in healthcare.
It's what's for dinner.
Brought to you by Nebraska's beef producers.
Bobcats and Eagles. And guys, kickoff temp in this thing was 54 degrees, but I can tell you it feels a little bit chillier than that down here. You can see the flag there in the Northeast Stadium really whipping, and many times in this atmosphere, the bowl atmosphere, the wind tends to spiral down here or whip around. It's not. It's coming straight out of the north, and it's getting chilly.
I can tell you sound a little cold down there.
Feels like it.
Yeah, it's a little chilly up here, too, in this booth. First down and 10 from the 28-yard line.
That was good, Kevin.
Second quarter about to begin. Gailey under center. No score, and the Eagles of Overton on the move here to start this second quarter of play. The toss to Rudeen. Nice footwork by Rudeen. Looked like he should have been thrown down in the backfield, and instead Rudeen gets positive yardage to the tune of almost 4 yards.
Heads up there pretty quick. Very quick to the edge is Charles Rudeen. Michael Dustel and Michael Byer over there to help out on the play. They reacted very quickly to Rudeen. They're aware of Rudeen's speed and quickness and moved accordingly.
Second down and 7 from the Howells 25. Gailey on the toss, trying to get some running room for Rudeen. None there because Clark Bellina was into the backfield. They forced the pitch early, and Bellina finished off the play.
Finished off the play. The fake to Tony Martin going to the right side to try to get the backers and the defense to flow there. You see that fake right there, but tell you what, Howells really had none of it. They came up big with the play as Clark Bellina there to make the tackle, as Kevin said.
Michael Byer, the guy that got around the ankles of Preston Gailey, and that pitch came a little earlier than Rudeen, I think, was ready for it. Third down and 10 now, back near the 28-yard line. They'll run Rudeen up the middle, and they'll run him for very little yardage. Scott Byer right there to sniff out that run. He may have lost a half yard on the play.
Number 40, Scott Byer, comes in untouched and a straight block. Man, that's a great, great hit. Scott Byer's just a sophomore, 207-pound sophomore. And he is playing some great football. Mike Spears told us he has really come on well in his sophomore year here, playing very, very well for the Howells Bobcats.
This is a textbook tackle there.
Exactly.
Right around the waist and drove him down. Fourth down and punt time now into the wind for McCarter. They'll fake the punt. McCarter wants to throw. In trouble. Fires it out there. He's got a man, and it's caught for the first down. Rudeen was open, and he pulls it in at the Howells 6.
A little razzle-dazzle here early in the ball game. McCarter was in trouble for a moment, but man, he made it into a successful play. He fakes it over there, and he's looking downfield, maybe thinking about running, but nope. Here it comes. As you see, Rudeen, 46, got behind everybody. He's kind of lost track of Rudeen on the play, and he was down there all alone. So good work by McCarter. Keep the poise, get the pass downfield.
First and goal now from the 6. Rudeen halfway home down near the 2-yard line. Pounding into the middle of that line, and Overton pounding on the door for a first touchdown of the day. Scoreless first quarter, but a second quarter that, thanks to a fake punt, may see a score soon.
They're right there, and they're going to unbalance to the right side. Rudeen is here over on the left. I'd say it's going over there by Matthews.
Second down and 2. Sneak right up the middle towards the goal line and in for the touchdown. Only the second touchdown allowed all year by the Howells first-string defense, and it puts Overton on top.
And Howells probably thought that that play was going to come over Matthews also. And Preston Gailey just crossed everybody up. Good call by Gailey, good call by the bench to run that play. That quarterback sneak right to the left side. No exchange right there except between center and quarterback. Keep it under control, and he takes it left and gets the touchdown.
Extra point try now. Gailey with the extra point attempt. The kick is up, and it is good. 9:42 remaining in the second quarter, and Overton with a 7-0 lead on the touchdown by Preston Gailey, his 16th rushing touchdown of the year.
Gailey just sneaking through a little bit of a crease there, going between Lang and Nitch on that left side. That unbalanced line, again, you have a tendency to want to slant that direction, slant to that strength. Sometimes that defense will do it.
NETV sports coverage of the 2003 Nebraska State High School Football Championships is brought to you in part by NPPD. Always there when you need us. By Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska. The Blues are good for you. By Education Quest Foundation, improving access to college through scholarships, community grants, and college planning services. And by the Nebraska Soybean Checkoff, promoting soy biodiesel fuel, clean burning and renewable, making a difference for soybean farmers and you. 7-0 Overton with the lead, and a windy but very mild night, all things considered, here at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, and some stunned folks from Howells watching their defense give up a touchdown.
Kind of chilly, kind of sparky, and a lot of things happening, so still a lot of football left to go. 9:42 left here in the first half. Overton kicking it away.
A low squib kick headed towards the sideline and scooped up right before it goes out of bounds and dropped right at the 17-yard line. Picked up by Brett Ortmeyer before it could go out of bounds. Looked for sure like that ball was going to trickle out of bounds in about one more roll.
It really did. The thing about it is, as a kick returner, sometimes, Kevin, you cannot take that chance. That's a live football, and you're just not sure where that bullet is, that end guy on the kicking team, so you better field it. It looked like it was going to go, though, and team in a bit of a hole here. But, again, this is a big, powerful, strong team, and ready to play some ball again.
Ortmeyer will run the show at quarterback. Eichmeyer in at tailback, and he gets the toss, trying to get him to the outside, and Eichmeyer shoved out of bounds near the 26-yard line. We were told that would happen a few times tonight because they want to get Eichmeyer's athleticism from the tailback spot, and this time he gets the toss from Ortmeyer.
See, Ortmeyer 83 at quarterback spot, and Eichmeyer, problem there is you have the ball exposed, and he was lucky right there that you didn't see the ball ripped out. He cannot carry the ball in that left hand. You want to try to get the ball on the other side when you're going to that left sideline, but again, he's got that cast there. Ortmeyer still in at quarterback.
And Eichmeyer gets it on the toss again, and Eichmeyer with a first down out near the 35-yard line. Stop him at the 34. First down and 10 to go. 2 carries for Eichmeyer from the tailback spot. They've both been good gains.
He's rushed for 900 yards, a little over 900 yards coming into the ball game. And he's picked up, Kevin, you got the monitor over there, so I'll let you pick that up.
20 yards so far.
20 yards so far.
And with that run, an extra 8 adds to 28. First down and 10 from the 34. The toss to Eichmeyer again on the left side. Eichmeyer sheds 1 tackle. He cannot get away from the second hit. Preston Gailey in there on the stop. Also, Tony Martin.
First guy through was Charles Rudeen from the middle linebacker spot. Bit of a gap there. He took the gap, tried to make the solo shot. Eichmeyer a little bit too strong for that. A little behind on the tackle, head behind him. He's able to shake that tackle and go.
Second down and 6 from the 38-yard line. Again, the toss to Eichmeyer. Same play, big result down the sideline. Eichmeyer with one man to beat. He won't be beat. Touchdown. Matt Eichmeyer carried it every play on the drive, and he runs it in for 6.
You talk about some strength and durability. You've seen that now with Eichmeyer here in this series. As Kevin said, carried it every play, and also some strength and durability up front there, that offensive line for the Howells Bobcats. Toss sweep. They're famous for this play. Tremendous blocking up front, and then speed and quickness takes care of the rest.
42-yard run for the touchdown, and now Howells goes for the lead. On the toss to Eichmeyer to the right side, trying to find some blocking, dives in for 2, and just like that, the Howells Bobcats turn a 7-0 deficit into an 8-7 lead.
There goes Eichmeyer again, skirting to the outside, and now it's just off to the races. Great speed by Eichmeyer. You saw McCarter there trying to make a swipe just to maybe get an ankle and trip him up. Did not happen. Yeah, this is just how it looks when you're down there on the field. Good shot there by the crew.
And good speed there by Eichmeyer.
You bet. He just torqued it up and let her rip.
Who says you can't play with a broken wrist? Eichmeyer does, and he scores the touchdown. NETV wants to help you navigate through the maze of college planning. Nebraska Connects Destination College follows 3 Nebraskans as they begin the college selection process. This documentary highlights the resources you need in pursuing a higher education. Nebraska Connects Destination College, Monday night at 9:30 Central Time on NETV. 4 plays, 63 yards, all on the ground, all by number 19.
Took 1 minute and 4 seconds to make that all work by Matt Eichmeyer and his offensive line. You know, Eichmeyer in the playoffs, Kevin, ran for 6 touchdowns against Cedar Bluffs. He's no stranger to the end zone. He's a familiar character getting into that end zone and loves to run the football. He's a tough guy, good leader, plays great defense, all-around complete football player.
Scott Beyer will kick it off. For the Howells Bobcats, they now lead at 8-7. And a squib kick again. This one bounced and pounced on. Overton's Jared Barton covers it up at the 29-yard line. So we're not seeing anybody with a whole lot of confidence in the kicking game. A lot of squib kicking early.
That's one of the most unusual squibbers I have seen ever. I'm beginning to wonder if it was intended that way, Kevin, but because he came straight on the ball and the full force into it.
Let's get a report downstairs from Larry Putney.
It looked like a squib, but he almost missed it is what he did.
Yeah, I thought so. It looked like he almost whiffed it from my vantage point, Larry.
First down and 10. Up the middle it goes. Charles Rudine to the 32-yard line. A 3-yard gain on first down. And now the Eagles will see if they can answer the quick strike offense of Howells.
Sometimes when you're kicking the football like that, you want to kick it so hard and so far, and you're really exerting when you get up to the football, and then all of a sudden, kaboom, you almost miss it.
It's like when you stand up at the tee box and you feel the wind at your back and you just try to crush the ball and you end up nibbing it 4 yards out in front of you. 2nd and 7, Rudine on the right side again, and Rudine takes it to the 34-yard line. And earlier today, Glenn Snodgrass talking about the strengths of this Overton Eagles team.
The strength of our team has to be our offensive line. You know, we've got some big boys up front. You know, and sometimes at this level, you get 250, 260, 300-pound kids who can't move well. But our big boys, you know, they can all move well. You know, they're agile, they're strong, they're real quick. So you know, I'd have to say our offensive line is definitely the strength of this team, and it's really what's carried us throughout the playoffs.
Pressure up the middle. Good job by Gailey to get rid of it, but a good tackle made by Clark Bellina. Brester in there to provide the pressure, and Gailey had no chance just to dump it off, and it's 4th down.
Uncovered in the backfield was Gailey, and Michael Beyer came right up the middle, Kevin, untouched. Almost had the sack, but he had the pressure and created a little bit of an errant toss there. It was fielded, however, but Michael Beyer does play great defense. He has 16 sacks on the year for Howells.
4th down, punt time. McCarter into the wind. An angled kick taken at the 17-yard line and dropped at the 19-yard line. Good play downfield made by Overton's Matthew Davenport. On kick coverage, the junior swarming down and stopping Ortmeyer for very little gain. Well, if you'd like a VHS copy or DVD of the game you are seeing tonight, log on to mynptv.org and click on the sports link or call 1-800-228-4630. NETV, Nebraska's home for sports. From the 19-yard line, Howells had great success with Eichmeyer at tailback on the last drive, and so they'll try that again. Ortmeyer at quarterback. Flag is down. The toss to Eichmeyer. Gets a move. Eichmeyer still on his feet. Down the sideline. If it's not against the Howells Bobcats, Eichmeyer scores again.
And Kevin, the run is even more incredible because Jared McCarter came up, had a clean shot at Eichmeyer, ripped his shoe off. Eichmeyer able to keep his balance and go downfield. The penalty is going to go against Mullen, however. But again, McCarter ripped his shoe off, and Eichmeyer just kept on trucking for the end zone.
Mike Spears says, what in the world? A substitution infraction? And our referee, Paul Edens, is explaining everything, probably not to the satisfaction of Mike Spears, because that takes a touchdown off the board. And what a run it was by Eichmeyer. Will we see Eichmeyer again at quarterback, Abe? He hasn't been stopped at the tailback spot.
You know what? If they can't put the stops on him, I doubt that, Kevin. He's playing with that cast on that left hand. Really hasn't impeded him a whole lot. It is the left hand. He throws with the right. He had that cast on, I believe, in game number 6. He got the cast. Hurt in game number 3. Sat out a game. Played defense game number 5. Came back with a cast in game number 6. Has been with it ever since. But, man, is he playing extremely well thus far, and that touchdown running in evidence of that. But a callback.
1st and 15. This is Dustle on the toss, and Dustle takes it back out near the original line of scrimmage at the 19-yard line. And Mike Spears spoke about what he plans to do throughout the night offensively.
We really just kind of need to keep them guessing as far as our blocking schemes. I mean, we're going to try to run the same play, but block it about 4 or 5 different ways, so they're never real sure where we're coming from and what's going on. We live and die pretty much by the sweep. Our kids really believe in it, and they think they can run it on anybody. So that'll probably be, hopefully if you see us run a lot of sweep, that means things are going good.
Well, Dustle there on the toss out near the 23-yard line. A pickup on the play of 4 yards, and that'll leave Howells 6 yards shy of a first, and we have not seen Eichmeyer back in. He's been trying to get his shoe on with that cast on his hand. He was having a hard time untying the knot. Had to have one of his teammates help, and that cost him a couple of plays.
I don't know if you've ever tried to do that, but that's pretty tough. That's tough duty. But he's back in now. He is back in the football game. Just came in, Kevin, just as you began to discuss it, he started to trot back on the field. There he is.
And he's in at quarterback now. 3rd down and 6. You might think that means a pass coming for Howells, and it does. Eichmeyer over the middle, and the catch is made. It's a first down across the 30 to the 32-yard line. Michael Byer with the grab of the Eichmeyer throw.
Good job by Eichmeyer to look people off to the left and to the right, and then come up the middle to Byer. Byer going right down the center, right in front of Jared McCarter, the safety. Turned it over, turned into the route right across the yard strap where he needed to go, and picks up the first down. Well done, well executed by Eichmeyer and the whole bunch there as far as the black shirts go.
Eichmeyer, the tailback, and Ortmeyer in now at quarterback. And there's the toss to Eichmeyer, trying to find some running room, and really for the first time at tailback, Eichmeyer is relatively bottled up, just a gain of 3 as he tries to go over that left side.
Oh, Ryan Matthews underneath it all. He really stuffed it up. This guy is big, he's strong, and he moves well. I like his footwork down there. Just a junior, he'll be back next year. So keep that name in mind, Ryan Matthews.
11 carries, 77 yards, and a touchdown so far tonight for Matt Eichmeyer. He's at the tailback spot again, takes it straight up the middle. Eichmeyer breaks a tackle. Eichmeyer's going to go again. Eichmeyer into the end zone for 6 and a touchdown.
No flags down on this one. This one indeed will count. He got up inside there. Travis Nish had a handful of Eichmeyer's jersey. Not able to bring him down. Matt Eichmeyer showing great strength to pull out of that and then head it upfield and pick up another touchdown.
Eichmeyer at 6'3", 183 pounds. Just powering his way down the field. Now 122 yards rushing on the night. Ortmeyer in at quarterback. Dustle in at the tailback spot. Dustle going up the middle for 2, and he's got the 2-point conversion. right up the gut. Howells leads it 16-7 with 4:06 remaining first half.
That Howells offensive line doing a great job up front there. See it right there. That was Preston Gailey that got knocked off the line of scrimmage. There you see Nitch with a handful of jersey. No luck there. And then Eichmeyer is headed for the end zone here. What'd you say, Kevin? 100 and how much?
122 yards now for Eichmeyer. And once they moved him to tailback, Howells has not been stopped.
The spark has been lit with Eichmeyer at tailback as one of the Howells players taking a little bit of a blow there. That is Eichmeyer. 5 plays, 61 yards, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And that was that touchdown run, 45 yards by Matt Eichmeyer.
Tomorrow night at 10 Central Time, Statewide looks at why the Omaha School District is suing the state over school funding. The district calls the state formula unconstitutional and doesn't provide money to educate their students. School districts in Grand Island, South Sioux City, and Lexington also have joined Omaha in their suit. Don't miss Statewide tomorrow night at 10 Central Time on NETV.
Kevin, we had a shot of Matt Eichmeyer there trying to catch his breath, but we also got to see the artwork on the Howells players' faces. I mean, we saw that last year and the year before. It's a tradition now. The Howells Bobcats, a little bit of that eye black, and it goes every which way and turned it into a little bit of a symbol there.
Kaup to kick it off with the wind at his back. Drives this one through the end zone for the touchback. That's a no-doubter right there.
He didn't whiff that one, that's for sure. Almost cleared the crossbar.
So Kaup got a lot of leg and a lot of wind to help and booms it through the end zone, 15-yard line for the Overton Eagles. And now let's see how the Eagles can answer a Howells offense that appears to have caught its stride. And now let's see if the Eagles can muster something again defensively.
Well, they certainly have the personnel to do it, as we've chronicled for you all along here. 166 yards by the Howells offense thus far, 66 for Overton.
First down and 10 from the 15. The toss to Rudeen. Rudeen on the right side picks up a couple out to the 17-yard line as we wind under 4 minutes remaining in this second quarter. The D1 state championship game, Howells leading Overton 16-7.
And that was great run support by Joel Kaup, 84, just on your screen a moment ago, as he came up from that backer spot, that corner spot over there, and kept the play strung out to the sideline and then made the tackle. Nice job by Joel Kaup.
Second down and 8 from the 17-yard line. Preston Gailey trying to lead his Eagle team back. Gives it to Rudeen. Big hole over there, and the hole closed quickly by Michael Byer, who found Rudeen at the 20-yard line. That's a good play by Michael Byer.
Yeah, they had the formation set up, looked like maybe a passing formation, trying to spring Rudeen up there through the middle, but Byer was ready for that from the backer spot there. Nice tackle right around the ankles, and Rudeen goes down very quickly. How's Rudeen doing for rushing today?
12 carries, 29 yards right now for Charlie Rudeen. Third down and 5 from the 20-yard line.
He's been averaging close to 8 all year.
They'll split Rudeen out wide to the left side, and movement all over the place. Gailey fell down on his tail end. 4 or 5 Bobcats came across, and the officials will have to sort this one out. And it's an offsides against Howells, and depending on how they mark off the 5, it's very close. It's 3rd and 5 for a first, and this may give them the first down with the penalty. Looks to be just a shade short.
Just a little bit short. It looked like either Lance Grothy or maybe even Byer. Byer put a shove on Gregory Love, the offensive lineman on the right side over there.
So 3rd and medium becomes 3rd and real short, and certainly a makeable first down for Overton. Gailey will just keep it himself, and Gailey pushing forward like he did on the touchdown run. He has the first down across the 25 to the 26-yard line. First down and 10 with 2:31 remaining in this first half, and Overton gets a new set of downs.
Keeping that football right behind the center, Andrew Lang at 245 pounds. And just trying to get a big push to move it. They do. They move the sticks, and still plenty of time to score here.
First down and 10 from the 26-yard line. 16-7, Howells leading. Gailey on the option. Good running by Gailey. Shed one tackle, and he's got the first down across the 35 to the 37-yard line. Good, strong run from Preston Gailey.
Option there. Now watch Matt Eichmeyer come up and support. Pitch man's covered here. Gailey coming around. I checked that.
Nope, that was Eichmeyer.
That was Eichmeyer. Saw that cast on the hand, and I thought I saw a different number there, but it was indeed Eichmeyer, but not able to wrap up, and principally because that cast is a little bit of a problem there.
First down and 10 from the 37-yard line. Again, Overton with a new set of downs. Rudine dropped in the backfield. Good read by Craig Brester, not fooled by the fake at all. And the junior linebacker, who comes in as a backup, playing very well tonight.
Lots of activity in the backfield. Watch, one guy's going to go there, good fake there. Kind of the old cross. We used to call that the old cross buck, but it's a counter. And that young man right there, a great play, Craig Brester. 27 tackles on the year coming into the ball game. Made a big one right there.
Second down and 11 from the 36. Gailey over the middle, and that pass is intercepted. Picked off at the 25-yard line. The interception out there for Howells, and it's Joel Kaup who pulls it in.
Watch the backside pressure here. This is going to be a good peel back block here by Greg Love. See 55. Good block right there, but then Clark Bellina, the pressure on Gailey, and he throws that ball way, way short because of that pressure by Bellina.
And Kaup right there to make the good grab. And a timeout taken by Howells with 1:12 remaining. And the Howells Bobcats with a chance to really put the pressure on Overton here at the end of the half if they can punch one in.
Kevin, I think that's the last score they had was 1:04. So, hey, they got 8 seconds to spare.
Well, the way Eichmeyer's been running from that tailback spot, I'd just keep giving it to them until they show they can stop it.
It has really made a difference in terms of their offense, putting Brett Ortmeyer, the quarterback, and Eichmeyer to the tailback spot. And they seem to like to run that ball to the left side over there behind Danley and Kaup and Schwartz. As you see the numbers for Eichmeyer there, 122 yards, 2 touchdowns. He has 122 of the total of 154 yards rushing for the Howells football team here tonight.
Well, and Eichmeyer's surge from the tailback spot broke open a scoreless game in this second quarter. Remember, Overton jumped out to the 7-0 lead. 16 points later, Howells has the 16-7 advantage, and it's because Eichmeyer has been so effective at the tailback spot. He gets it on the toss again. Eichmeyer fumbles the football. Ball loose on the field. It's picked up by Howells. Howells able to cover it up down there at the bottom of the pile. One of those big linemen, number 73, Colby Danley.
Travis Nish on the hit. As you see Mike Spears heading out to the field. He'll talk it over with his team.
Timeout taken by Howells. It is their second timeout with 52 seconds remaining in the second quarter, and they'll face a second down and 10 yards to go from the 25-yard line. Well, if you'd like a VHS copy or a DVD of the game you're watching tonight, don't worry about doing anything other than going onto the internet at mynptv.org or just pick up the telephone. It's so simple. 1-800-228-4630. You too can own a keepsake VHS or DVD of the game you're watching tonight from NETV, Nebraska's home for sports. Go downstairs on the field turf at Memorial Stadium to Larry Putney.
This is the 5th year for Glenn Snodgrass, the head coach at Overton Eagles. Of course, Overton looking for their first ever state championship, but it's also a very special night for Snodgrass because it was exactly 10 years ago tonight that he was a senior in high school at North Loop, Scotia, and won a state championship.
That's a great memory, and he's going to try to see if he can make that work again here in the second half tonight, Larry.
This would be a nice 10-year later, a way to remember that championship with another championship as a head coach. Second down and 10. Eichmeyer back in at quarterback now, and he lines up in the gun. 3 wide receivers to the left of the line, and Eichmeyer's just going to keep it and go on the run. Eichmeyer out of bounds near the 30-yard line. He'll pick up 5. Third down coming up for Howells.
Howells formation, again, lends to the passing game, but again, they fool everybody. And get out to the edge and get going with Matt Eichmeyer as he picks up 5 yards. Well, not 5 yards, maybe about 4 yards there, making third down and 6 down. But the formation, again, would dictate, or at least seem to indicate, you're going to throw the football. And, of course, with this situation, you might expect that. But with Matt Eichmeyer back there, you got to be careful both ways. Keeps that defense on their heels.
Again, they've got 3 wideouts split to the left of the line, and Eichmeyer takes the direct snap out of the gun, trying to dance around, and he cannot dance away from trouble. Trying to make Eichmeyer the whole show out of the quarterback spot now, and it's 4th down.
3 receivers to the left side, and you take it and tuck it and go to the right side. And Overton ready for that play also, as they take a timeout to preserve the clock. They had 3 timeouts prior to that, and they preserve 30 seconds. I presume Howells will kick the football.
Preston Gailey with the stop there, and then Gailey will come back out, try to bring this team back. Trailing 16-7, 30 seconds remaining in the first half of the D1 state championship game. Along with Adrian Fiala, Larry Putney, and our entire NATV sports production crew, I'm Kevin Kugler. We're glad to have you with us today. It's day 1 of the state high school football championships tomorrow. 2 more classes, C2 and A, C1 and B, wrap it up on Saturday. Back downstairs to Larry.
This club certainly not in question, but what was in question coming into the game was their health. Earlier this week, guys, on Monday and Tuesday, they had as many as 6 of 8 starters out with the flu. They were wondering how it might affect them in tonight's game, and one of the guys who had the flu, Eichmeyer.
Yeah, he looks sick tonight. He's really struggled. 4th down and 6 from the 29-yard line.
Here I thought it was a cast.
Eichmeyer gets off the punt with the wind at his back. McCarter back at the 10-yard line. And now the return to be set up. McCarter trying to fight for yardage, and boy, be careful there. Watch out for your leg as it gets bent back. Overton will start at the 16-yard line.
Michael Beyer down there on coverage. He was blocked by Preston Gailey and just would not be denied. Number 7 right there is going to come up and make a hit on Beyer. There you see him. Trying again, and I'm not going to give up. And he did not. Beyer able to hang on and stop the play.
16-7. Howells leading. Final 17 seconds of this second quarter. See what Overton chooses to do here. They have 2 timeouts left. The give to Martin. And the big fullback rumbles forward near the 20-yard line. And let's see if they choose to take the timeout. And I don't think they are. This one's just going to run out. So we have reached the end of the first half at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, the D1 state championship game. And right now, the 3-time defending state champ Howells Bobcats. They're leading at 16-7 over the Eagles of Overton as they head to the locker rooms in Lincoln. An entertaining first half, a lot of action on the ground from Howells' Matt Eichmeyer. 16 unanswered points for the Howells Bobcats after falling behind 7-0. And Larry Putney is standing by with the head coach of the Howells Bobcats, Mike Spears.
Well, you put Eichmeyer at tailback and things change a little bit.
Yeah, you know, we thought we wanted to get a little more speed back there, a little change of pace, and thought maybe we could hit the hole a little bit quicker. They were closing up pretty fast and seemed to help.
It seems like your offensive spark has really helped your club take momentum away, obviously, but they were dominating up front earlier, and it doesn't look like they're doing that as much now.
Yeah, you know, I think sometimes it takes our defense just a couple seconds or a couple series, to get settled down, and I think they've settled down a little bit. We just got to make sure we come out in the second half and match their intensity, and maybe put another score on the board. Sure would look good.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Howells on top, 16-7, guys.
Well, an impressive performance in the first half from Matt Eichmeyer. 15 carries, 126 yards, 2 touchdowns, but Overton right in this ball game at halftime. 16-7, Howells leading at the break in the D1 title game.
Oh, it's story time. We'll read the story about the big dog. Yes, on the way to school.
Always there when you need us. Nebraska Public Power District, together with your local public power utility.
Programming on NETV is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Checkoff. Soy biodiesel is a soy-based, clean-burning, renewable fuel that can be blended with petroleum diesel to help reduce America's dependence on foreign oil. Soy biodiesel, making a difference for soybean farmers and you.
Programming on NETV is made possible by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska.
These cost about $50. This costs about $57,000. Choosing to use these can help you avoid this. And since inactivity is a better predictor of death than smoking, high blood pressure, and even heart disease, using these more and this less could save you more than money. A message that's good to know from Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska.
That's the news from Lake Overton. For all the women are strong, all the men are good looking, and all the children are above average.
Saturdays at 5 Central Time on Nebraska Public Radio.
You're watching NETV and NETV Digital Television, a service of Nebraska Educational Telecommunications.
NETV sports coverage of the 2003 Nebraska State High School Football Championships is brought to you in part by Bryan LGH Medical Center, the first name in healthcare. By the Nebraska Beef Council, brought to you by Nebraska's beef producers. Beef, it's what's for dinner. By the Public Alliance for Community Energy, locally owned and operated, your hometown choice for natural gas. And by NPPD, always there when you need us. Well, it's coat and blanket weather tonight at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln. It is a chilly night, and there's another one of our promises. If you make an ETV sign, there's a good chance you'll get on television. 16-7, Howells with the lead at halftime over Overton in a very entertaining first half in the D1 state championship game. We're happy to have you with us tonight from Memorial Stadium in Lincoln. I'm Kevin Kugler, along with Adrian Fiala and Larry Putney and our entire NETV sports production crew, joined now at halftime by NSAA rep Bob Colgate, who's going to talk a little bit not only about football, we'll get to that in just a little bit, but let's talk first about girls golf. Girls golf in the books, and it's a good thing. Tonight would not be a good night for golf, but you had a good day for it today. A few weeks ago, you had a decent day for golf. Tell us about the tournament.
Kevin, once again, we had a great tournament out in Grand Island. Grand Island goes above and beyond the call to host the state tournament out there. I wish I could say we had 2 great days for weather, but our first day we ran into some unusual fall weather. We had a little mix of rain, wind, and hail and sleet all on the same day. We were able to get the tournament finished on that day and came back with a nice second day to wrap it up.
How has the tournament grown in the state of Nebraska?
Well, we're to 3 classes now, A, B, and C. We've got a lot of schools right now that are adding girls golf in there. Our numbers are fairly consistent for participation across the state.
How about the level of play in girls golf? As more of these girls get into programs and learn to play, I would imagine the level's going up significantly.
Our junior golf programs have really excelled, and that's added fuel to the fire to get the kids into these programs. And with our participation numbers going up, the quality of golf has also improved also.
We're looking at some footage from the golf championships just a little while ago. Talk about some of the teams that really shined at this year's golf championships.
Lincoln Pius won the Class A championship this year. Scotts Bluff won the B portion of the tournament, and Minden came back and repeated in Class C.
A very entertaining performance for all these kids, and it was a well-attended event as well. The participation that you get, though, from the city involved, talk a little bit about the community support that goes into putting on a tournament like this.
Well, with going with 3 classes, we play each class at a separate site. Class A this past year played out Indian Head Golf Course. Class B played at Riverside Country Club, and Class C played at Jackrabbit Run. So we're bringing 3 courses into the mix. The girls play 18 holes each day on each course, 36-hole tournament all the way through. So it's a long 2 days, but very competitive.
The future of girls golf obviously looks very bright in the state of Nebraska.
Excellent. We're hoping we can continue with the programs we currently have, keep the strong numbers, and probably I don't foresee a drop-off in the programs.
Is there any chance of adding girls golf at an additional class, or have we reached the ceiling with participation?
Well, there's always that possibility right now, because where our numbers are in Class C, there's always that chance, but right now it's pretty consistent where we're at.
Well, let's take a look at the champions once again. As mentioned, Lincoln Pius X wins in Class A, Scotts Bluff wins in Class B, and Minden wins the championship in Class C. Bob, you also have responsibilities today with state high school football. We're about halfway through the second part of this first day. Everything running smoothly on your end?
Great. We're off to a great start. I wish we could just package the weather that we've had today and for the next 2 days, but no, very, very well organized and planned all the way through from all aspects.
Bob Colgate of the NSAA. Bob, thank you so much for stopping by.
Appreciate it.
Bob Colgate of the NSAA. We are at halftime of the D1 State Championship, and it's Howells 16, Overton 7 from Memorial Stadium in Lincoln.
Programming on NETV is provided in part by Education Quest Foundation. For over 15 years, Education Quest has offered free college planning services. These services include scholarship searches, student loan information, college selection, and help with completing financial aid application. Education Quest is located in Kearney, Lincoln, and Omaha. Appointments are available at 800-666-3721.
Bryan LGH West is bringing advanced neuroscience technology to Nebraska, offering the state's first gamma knife radiosurgery to non-invasively treat brain tumors and severe facial pain, and working with Nebraska's only physician specially trained in coiling for brain aneurysms. Just 2 examples of our commitment to neuroscience care for Nebraskans and our neighbors. Bryan LGH, the first name in healthcare.
From getting your kids to bed to getting them to the dentist, you'll find parenting advice and more on mymptv.org.
This week on Statewide, Omaha Public Schools leads a group of schools suing the state. They say it costs more to teach large numbers of immigrant students and others with special needs. We'll see what they mean.
You have to put these kids on the same playing field if you want literally no child left behind. And right now they are not on the same playing field.
Be more informed. Watch Statewide Friday at 10 p.m. Central Time on NETV.
From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this is NETV and NETV Digital Television.
Howells 16, Overton 7 here at halftime in the Class D1 State Football Championships, and it's become a tradition every year when we are at Memorial Stadium. We're always so pleased and excited to be joined by Riley Jane Hamilton of the Lincoln Journal-Star. Riley Jane, let's get your thoughts on this one. Overton gets out to the 7-0 lead. Howells, though, moves Eichmeyer to tailback, and they really started going.
I'll tell you what, he is just such an incredible athlete. They do some different things. I think Mike Spears has a good time coaching because they do some different things. Last week at Sacred Heart, they had all of the backfield down in the 3-point stance, and the guy who took the snap got to move. And it was fun to see that, and then to see him move Eichmeyer back to tailback. It worked. It really kind of took Overton by surprise, I think, a little bit.
We have in the first 2 championship games today seen 2 fantastic runners, Matt Eichmeyer in this game and Stephen Dent in the first game. What a great runner.
He really is, and he did by doing what he did today. He is the state's leading rusher this year, which is, it's fun to see that. He's just such a nice young man, and his eyes just lit up though when we asked him about bull riding. He just thought that, oh, here's where I can really talk about what I do, as if he couldn't talk about running on the football field. But that's fun to see that. We've had a great year with running backs. Stephen Dent and Michael. He just passed up Michael Brower, and let's see the other 2,000-yard rushers, Danny Woodhead of North Platte, Josh Ferricks of Lodgepole, and Jordan Stutzman of Friend. So we've had an exciting year with kids really excelling.
Let's look ahead to tomorrow. We've got 2 more great championships tomorrow in C2 and in A. Talk about what you expect first in the C2 game and then later on in the matchup of Omaha between Creighton Prep and Millard North.
Well, in C2, I guess the thing that I just keep coming back to, I feel like a broken record, but Cambridge's quarterback is a sophomore, Wade Vance, and this young man, I know it's the end of the season and you can't really call him, a sophomore anymore, but he shows so much poise and he is just so together out there and directs what they do, and it's really impressive. So I have to think that Cambridge is going to, but Crofton is, they handled a very good West Point Central Catholic team, and that takes a lot if you handle them. So I have to think that Cambridge is going to win it, but Crofton would not surprise me if they did.
And then the matchup in Class A tomorrow night?
Oh, Class A, I think will be a great game. Millard North, of course, down to their 3rd quarterback. That makes it so difficult. They are scratching and clawing, trying to get that first title for Coach Petito and for the school. And I think they will. But Creighton Prep knows, they just have that attitude that we're supposed to be here, we're supposed to do well, and that's hard to fight.
I don't have to tell you to enjoy the rest of the weekend. I know you love this time of year. Have fun.
Thank you very much.
Riley Jane Hamilton of the Lincoln Journal-Star. We're at halftime of the D1 State Championship. Howells 16, Overton 7. Back with more in a moment.
beef. It's what's for dinner.
Brought to you by Nebraska's beef producers.
Nebraska. You live and play here. You raise your family here. So do we. ACE, community-owned, community-operated. Your hometown choice for natural gas.
Be more connected with mymptv.org.
First, it was baby steps, then the first day of kindergarten, and now college. But what college is best for your child, and how about the financial costs? Nebraska Connects, Destination College, can help guide you and your college-bound child to the right choices about the many options available for their college education. Watch Nebraska Connects, Destination College.
Monday night at 9:30 Central Time on NETV. You're watching NETV and NETV Digital Television, a service of Nebraska Educational Telecommunications.
A chilly night indeed in Lincoln, Nebraska, but we're about ready to start the third quarter between Howells and Overton. 16-7, Howells leading at halftime. Let's look at some highlights from the first half action between these two teams. A rough start early for Eichmeyer at quarterback. Not a lot of running room there, and Overton actually getting on the move early on in this game.
Howells playing good defense on that play also. Charlie Rudine trying to get loose as Jared McCarter's now going to put it up, and Rudine downfield on the play. A little bit of pressure coming here. As you see the pressure being put on by the Howells defense. Rudine kind of spun to the ground on his own right there. There's the touchdown.
Preston Gailey in.
Going in.
And then Eichmeyer took over, running down the sidelines from the tailback spot. And Eichmeyer was unstoppable at the tailback spot in the second quarter.
Speed to the left side. He had a 42-yard touchdown run and a 45-yard touchdown run. I believe this is the second one right here as he's going downfield. A good job to get through that secondary. To bust this one loose here too. Now this is the second one right here, the 45-yarder. One of their players, I believe it was Gregory Love, or maybe it was Travis Nish that had a handful of Eichmeyer's jersey. Good pressure right there by Clark Bellina to cause that interception by Joel Kaup.
Watch this again. The interception by Kaup with that pressure. And that was the last threat from the Overton Eagles. And look at the halftime numbers. Howells doing their work on the ground and doing their work with Matt Eichmeyer.
158 yards rushing by Howells, and 126 of that has come from the legs of Matt Eichmeyer. Matt Eichmeyer, 2 touchdowns also to go with that 126. And Howells pretty much on the big end of the numbers right there, including the score.
Well, let's find out what they talked about in the Overton Eagles locker room. Larry Putney is with the head coach, Glenn Snodgrass.
Glenn, how do you solve Eichmeyer?
Well, he's a guy we were scared of coming in. You know, I don't think you can stop the kid. He's just an amazing athlete. But we just need to slow down a little bit, if you can believe that. We're overrunning the plays, and he's cutting back on us, and we're just not wrapping. We're trying to bring him down with shoulders, and that's not going to happen with that kid.
You know, that first quarter, you dominated the line of scrimmage. It looked like things were going well for you, and then all of a sudden Eichmeyer got going, and it seemed to change everything.
Yeah, when the kid's just an outstanding athlete. As soon as they put him in the backfield, you know, I knew they were going to go to him, and you know, there's just not a whole lot you can do. You know, we adjusted, we changed our defensive front a little bit, and that really slowed him down, so hopefully it'll work in the second half.
What'd you say to the guys at half?
Well, all year we're a second half team. You know, going into halftime, I'm happy with where we're at because we've dominated the second half every game we've played this year. So, you know, hopefully we can do it again one more time.
Thanks, Glenn.
Thanks.
Glenn Snodgrass, the head coach of the Overton Eagles, and for their sake, I hope he's right that they can dominate the second half. They're going to have to. They're down 16-7, and finding a way to stop that young man, Matt Eichmeyer, that's the key to the entire second half for Overton.
Well, Kevin, you saw a number of times, and Glenn just referred to it a number of times, about trying to square up on the tackle and not making the arm tackle, overrunning plays. You just cannot do that with this young man. Eichmeyer will make you pay, and he has done that thus far here in the first half. You've got to hit him square. You can't tackle him with an arm. You can't just get a fistful of jersey and expect to pull him out. He even ran out of his shoes and ran for a touchdown, 42 yards. So this guy is a super special player, a two-time All-State player, as we talked about, a 3-year quarterback for the Howells Bobcats, and really kind of their lifeblood in this ball game, and as he has been for the last 3 years.
NETV sports coverage of the 2003 Nebraska State High School Football Championships is brought to you in part by NPPD. Always there when you need us. By Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska. The Blues are good for you. By Education Quest Foundation, improving access to college through scholarships, community grants, and college planning services. And by the Nebraska Soybean Checkoff, promoting soy biodiesel, clean burning and renewable, making a difference for soybean farmers and you. Mike Spears and the Howells Bobcats, 1/2 of football away from their 4th straight state championship.
Good point was made by Glenn Stodgrass, the head coach at Overton. He said, hey, you know, we're a second-half team. We're still in this ball game, and indeed they are. Kevin, the score is just 16-7 in favor of Howells. And they are clearly in this ball game, as all they need is a break or two.
And they will get the ball to start off. Remember, Howells won the toss, and we've seen something very unique today in these two 8-man games. Both teams that won the toss elected to receive and thus had to kick off to start the second half. Both of those teams were leading at the half. Mullen won the game. See if Howells is able to do that as well, but Overton will get the ball to start. They'll move into a very brisk and very chilly north wind.
Joel Kopp to kick it off. He's got his shoe taped up there. You see that right foot.
Coming at it straight on, and Kaup with the wind at his back into the end zone. That is a touchback out to the 15-yard line, and that's where Overton will start. Needing to go down the field and put some points on the board. They trail it by 9 as we start this third quarter of play.
That's one way to keep warm on a night like tonight, just beating those kids.
The people on the stands, though, not getting up and cheering. You know what? The blankets are on. We're fine. Yeah. We'll just stay here. No need to get up.
Just turn the heat up a little bit.
Preston Gailey under center on 1st down and 10 for the Eagles. Overton looking to go to work on the option. Gailey stood up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Byer finishing him off at the bottom of the piles. Steve Bujita down there. Also Lance Grothe. 2nd down and 10 from the 15-yard line, and not the way that Overton wanted to start this drive with a no gain on 1st down. 2nd and long. Gailey, he'll keep it himself over that left side, and Eichmeyer rides him down at the 21-yard line. But Gailey, when Gailey and Eichmeyer match up, at least on the offensive side, Gailey's been getting the edge on Eichmeyer.
He has, Kevin, and this time Gailey is running that option play back to the short side of the field. That unbalanced line was to the right. He came back to the left that time, and Scott Byer staring him right in the face as Gailey looked at him across the line of scrimmage just to check his alignment. But Scott Byer came around that down lineman and was in on the play. Nice work by Byer. As we said earlier, just a sophomore, but playing very well.
3rd down and 4 from the 21. Backs in the eye. They give it on the reverse. Matthew Davenport trying to find the 1st down yardage, and he has it just at the 35-yard line. Should be enough for an Overton 1st down.
Trying to cross up the Howells defense, running the reverse to Davenport as he comes off the line right there. And that's number 33. That's Lance Grothe. Making a pretty good solid hit, Kevin, but just not enough to stop the 1st down. Pretty good momentum going forward by Davenport right there.
First carry of the night for Davenport. He had 205 yards rushing on the season. And that's a big 4-yard gain because it gives the 1st down to Overton and keeps this drive moving. They'll split the tight end wide in Travis Nitch. Now motion towards the line from the fullback, Tony Martin. Gailey to throw. Looking down the field, down a man out there, right through the hands of Matthew Davenport, incomplete. Pretty good throw by Preston Gailey.
Coverage there by Brett Ortmeyer. As he ran that motion that gets your attention over there on the left side, and Davenport coming right off that left spot, that end spot right next to the center, and just off the fingertips. Ortmeyer there a little bit late. He probably would have got up to the tackle, but just off the fingertips of Davenport.
2nd down and 10 from the 25. Gailey on the option toss. Rudeen fumbles the football. Loose on the field. Scooped up by Eichmeyer. He's going to take it in for 6. Eichmeyer scoring for Howells.
Man, he is all over the field. Matt Eichmeyer, Mr. Howells football. Good play by Scott Bloom down there, Kevin, to make the play on the option. He was the guy on the defense who made the tackle on the option play. Helped to cause that fumble, and Eichmeyer picks it up and goes.
Boy, just about the worst thing that can happen if you're an Overton fan to start off this second half. On the toss for 2. Dustle looking for the goal line, and he is stacked up well short. Big hitting down there from the Overton Eagles, but a big touchdown for Howells on the fumble. Eichmeyer scoring his 3rd touchdown of the day.
There's the option play right there. There's Bloom with the shoe top tackle and trying to get away. Runner trying to get away, but that effort, the ball skirts loose, and there goes Eichmeyer. His 4th fumble recovery on the year, by the way.
See if he's trying to change hands here when he fumbles the football. Looks like he's switching to his right hand, and
he went right. He went inside to outside, trying to protect the football to the sideline, Kevin, and he lost the handle, and Eichmeyer found it.
Pretty good scoop for a guy with the cast. And Eichmeyer able to go in for 6.
A little hop there at the end.
22-7, Howells with the lead over Overton. 9:59 remaining in this 3rd quarter of the D1 state championships. And let's go downstairs to Larry Putney.
Thanks, Kevin. I'm down here with Derek Bacon of Overton. He tore his ACL in the 2nd game of the season. Was having a terrific year, if you can call it, up to then. Through 5 quarters, he had rushed for about 350 yards. Talk about how frustrating it is to sit here on the sideline and watch your team play for the state title.
It's really frustrating to know that I could be out here with them and probably helping my team out and doing a good job playing a running back, but things happen and it's fixed now, and I'll be back next year, hopefully playing college somewhere.
You talked about a lot of your teammates will be back here this year. A lot of juniors out there on that field, including a lot of that great offensive line.
Yeah, there's a lot of juniors, and they've blocked really good for me the last 2 years, and they're blocking really good for right now for Charlie Rudeen. But you know, they've had some injuries too, and kind of slowed them down a little bit tonight.
You gonna be back for basketball?
Maybe half of it.
Give it a shot. Good luck.
Thanks.
Well, that's always a rough break in your senior year, especially to fall out, and I think it adds the insult to the injury when your team makes it to the state championship and you have to watch. Up the middle, Martin goes on 1st down from the 15 to the 18-yard line. 2nd down and 7 for Overton, and now the Eagles need to make some hay offensively. We're winding our way into the middle of the 3rd quarter, and they're down 22-7.
Yeah, they need to get a good drive going here. Use what they have in their arsenal, Kevin, and put one down there if they're going to stay competitive in the ball game. It's still close football game, 22-7, 9 minutes and counting here in the quarter, but they need to make a statement here against this Howells defense.
From the 18, 2nd down and 7, and the statement being made by the Howells defense right now. Craig Brester filling up the hole, and Charlie Rudeen without a lot of running room there as Brester stacks him up at the line of scrimmage, 3rd down.
Brester, a junior, 5'11", 177 pounds, taking on the 190-pound Rudeen on the play, and an excellent straight-up tackle. 3rd down.
3rd down and 6 from the 19. 3 wide receivers split out right of the line. Overton pretty good on 3rd down today as Martin comes in motion. Gailey to throw over the middle, juggled and caught by Davenport. He's got the 1st down for Overton across the 25 at the 26-yard line. 1st down for the Eagles.
Nicely done as far as Overton's offense goes. Davenport had a block. He had a block to the outside, and then he just left that block and came right underneath the coverage, and Gailey able to drop it in underneath the coverage and pick up that 1st down. Davenport lines up right next to the center. As I said earlier, they run this unbalanced line, and he'll line up right next to the center. He's number 41, and he'll be right next to Andrew Lang, their center.
1st and 10 from the 26. Rudeen's try on the right side, a couple before he's buried by Bobcats. Lance Grothy in there with some initial contact from the Howells team, and also Stephen Bujita.
You know, Kevin, I haven't seen the unbalanced line very often at all, but at Nebraska, when I first went to Nebraska to play back in the late 60s, that's what we ran. Bob Devaney's offense was based on the unbalanced line. Ran quite a bit of option and quite a bit of power out of that. And that was my first experience with the unbalanced line, and really never saw much of it beyond that. Changed it in 1969.
2nd down and 8 from the 28-yard line. And flags fly. This play stops before it gets started. Gailey trying to find some running room, and nothing doing with the flags flying. 2nd and 8 will become 2nd down and 13 with the illegal motion against Overton.
First time I heard Bob Devaney talk about unbalanced line, I thought there was something wrong with the mind. But
Tom Osborne must have felt that way as well. He got rid of that when he became offensive coordinator.
Quickly found out that's not what he had in mind. I remember the first time I scrimmaged against Pete Tapman from North Platte. They ran that power to the unbalanced side, and he hit me with his helmet right in my chest, and I thought I had a hole in my chest about 8 inches deep.
Doesn't sound like a terribly pleasant feeling. 2nd down and 13 from the 23. Gailey fumbles a football, and he may have pounced right on top of it. As he was forced down, he did. He landed right on top of the ball. Nearly disaster for Overton as Gailey almost lost it deep again.
I think it was Bujita that made the hit there. Number 46 there on your screen.
We're going to give you a look at the unbalanced line that Adrian's been talking about.
You see that at the top of the screen, that is an end, and he's eligible to receive the pass. And then you go down the line of scrimmage there. The center is normally a tackle in that alignment, but he's a center there. And then you go the guard, the tackle, and there is that hit by Bujita that causes a fumble.
3rd down and 13 from the 23, and a timeout is going to be taken by Overton. They want to talk things over. 6:43 remaining in the 3rd quarter, and Overton trails Howells 22-7 in the D1 state championship game. On Sunday, December 7th, see Nebraska like you've never seen it before. The first digital high-definition program produced in Nebraska, Widescreen Nebraska, will showcase events, majestic views, and wildlife famous to Nebraska. Produced by NETV, Widescreen Nebraska will take your breath away. It's something to see. Widescreen Nebraska, Monday night, December 7th at 8 Central Time, only on NETV. Now the home of the University of Nebraska Cornhusker football team, Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, the home of all 6 state high school football championships. And since they moved this here a few years ago, it has been met by nothing but rave reviews from all involved.
Tremendous experience for these young men. As we said earlier today, when we do the All-Star games and see the bios for these players, they all mention this as one of the most memorable experiences of their athletic career.
3rd down and 13 from the 23. Gailey to throw. On the sideline, catch is made, fighting for 1st down yardage, and it is a 1st down. Jared McCarter, great second effort. He's got the 1st for Overton.
Had 2 black shirts over there in the coverage. Some help. As Glenn Stodgrass again shouting out instructions as Gailey puts it up. Now there's a couple of black shirts there. As you see, Eichmeyer comes over. And it looks like Brett Ortmeyer also as well on the coverage. But McCarter able to come down with it, and not only that, pick up the 1st down. Well done.
37-yard line of Overton. 1st down and 10. The Eagles trying to mount a scoring drive here. Gailey on the option toss. Rudine nowhere to go. Lance Grothy, the first guy in there around the ankles, and Rudine was left out on an island there on that option.
Well, you talk about flowing to the football. The black jerseys just flow to the football here. Incredible footwork and speed to get over there. They had that play diagnosed immediately, and they just flowed out there to the left side. No chance at all for any advance, and they shut it down.
2nd down and 11, a loss of 1 on the play. 6 minutes remaining, 3rd quarter. Howells 22, Overton 7. Gailey trying to get this Overton offense in gear. Will screen pass out to Rudine, and he can't pull it in. 3rd down and long. Overton, though, has been very good on 3rd down today. They converted on the last. Overton 6 of 10 on 3rd down today. That's a fantastic percentage.
Excellent percentage, Kevin. And that last play, Michael Byer had the play diagnosed. If the pass is completed over there to Rudine, Byer's there to make the tackle, so it would have gone for for not much, if anything, on the completion, provided, of course, if Byer makes the tackle, and he's a sure tackler. But 6 for 10, Kevin, on third down. That's exceptional.
Third down and 11 from the 36-yard line. Gailey to throw. Screen pass set up and buried right there. The fumble on the play. They're going to call it a complete pass and a fumble, and it's recovered by Craig Brester of Howells. The Overton coaching staff a little unhappy that that pass was called complete and a fumble. And to say a little unhappy is like saying it's a little chilly now. Glenn Snodgrass is furious.
Now they may have some cause here. We will take a look at that play again as Gailey drops back. Lineman let the defense come. Well, maybe so.
Oh, it's very, very close.
He pulled the ball down and appeared to have control from that end zone camera, but we don't know. Let's take a look here now.
He was still juggling that, I thought, on the way down.
Yeah, the end zone camera was not good. We could not see because the back.
Eichmeyer rumbling down inside the 5, but flags all over the field at the 20-yard line, and this play is going to be called back. I believe an illegal block downfield as Eichmeyer was carrying the football down the sideline. 3 yellow hankies all in the same spot. So a rather obvious illegal block against the Howells Bobcats.
And that signal, as we saw from the referee, Paul, is indeed a block in the back. And another long run by Eichmeyer. Kevin goes back. He had the long touchdown run call back in the first half, and now this long run here.
The play so far downfield that it will actually result in a yard gain on the play. It'll be first down and 9 from the 29-yard line of Overton. First down and 9. Direct snap comes this time to Michael Byer, and Byer working for yardage, and he gets himself out to the 22-yard line.
That's that set that Riley Jane was talking about at halftime, where all the backs are down in the 3-point stance, and they snap it directly back to Michael Byer. Michael Byer was a fullback for a couple of years and then moved so his brother could play fullback. He moved to end, and he just takes the direct snap on that and moves upfield, and he got a pretty good gain out of that last play.
Mike Spears told us before the game, he said, I told the kids that that's pretty much like the old single wing formation from the 20s. He said, I don't know for sure if it's like the single wing formation from the 20s, but it's close enough, and the kids bought it, and they'll run it again here. Eichmeyer gets the snap. He will throw, looking over the middle, got a man wide open, and Kaup can't pull it in. Boy, Kaup was running free, and the pass just falls incomplete, and it's third down and 2.
Ball thrown way to the inside here, and Kaup was all alone over there on the far left side, and Eichmeyer plenty of time to throw it, and Kaup just way out to the left of that formation, and the ball was thrown to the inside for some reason, and Kaup not able to come back and make the grab. If he does, Kevin, he's in there.
No question. Third down and 2 now for Howells. Eichmeyer at quarterback. And the toss to Dustle. Sweeping over the right side. He will not get it. Gailey in there to knife underneath and get the stop. And Dustle stacked up right at the line of scrimmage, the 22-yard line. It's 4th and 2. Good defense.
Great support by Gailey, and also Orion Matthews is going to come over. You see him giving chase right there. He actually gets in on the hit, but Gailey is the principal destroyer of that play. He came up and supported extremely well out of that backer spot.
Howells leading 22-7, kind of caught in no man's land. They'll go for it, 4th and 2 from the 22. Eichmeyer right up the middle, and he'll have the first down to the 19-yard line of Overton. First down and 10 for the Bobcats.
Well, he's a dynamo, isn't he?
He is.
Eichmeyer.
139 yards rushing on 17 carries for Matt Eichmeyer, although he has been quiet in the second half, mainly because Howells hasn't had the ball much offensively.
And he's had a couple of runs that have been called back also because of penalty as they line up in that, well, whatever it is.
Single wing from the 20s is what we're going to call it. Byer on the left side takes it from the 19 down to the 16-yard line. If it's good enough for the players, it's good enough for the announcers.
It does look like some of the old-time photos you see of the teams. There it is right there. They're all down. All the backs are in a down set, 3-point stance. They snap it right directly to Byer, and off you go. This looks like something out of an old Nebraska Notre Dame film in the new Rockney days.
Well, that would make him Newt. Second down and 7 from the 16. That's single wing again. Eichmeyer going to work on the left side, and Eichmeyer down near the 10-yard line. Keep the clock running. Howells moving the ball and the clock. 3:09 remaining in this third quarter, and right now the game plan very much in the favor of the Howells Bobcats.
Really is. The offensive line blocking very well. The power game is there. And as Glenn Snodgrass, the head coach at Overton, said at halftime, we just have to tackle better. You saw an example there of that in that play where the tackling was not as good as what you would like. And Eichmeyer able to get up there close to a first down.
3rd down and 2, right up the middle. Working for extra yardage is Scott Beyer, and he should have another first down inside the 10, and it'll be 1st and goal for Howells from the 8-yard line of Overton. 2:41 remaining in the third, and Howells knocking on the door again.
Scott Beyer rushed for 410 yards this year, 5 touchdowns. Also caught 4 passes and had a touchdown reception there. And as we said earlier, he plays extremely well on defense. 112 tackles on defense. Complete player. Single win in, Kevin.
1st and goal from the 8. Eichmeyer gets it. Looking to run. Cuts back against the grain. Oh, what a spin by Eichmeyer down to the 3-yard line. Complete 360 spin, and he picks up an extra yard.
It almost looked like he was going to run option here. Watch the action. It almost looks like he's going to run option here. And there you see Michael Beyer looking for the pitch. I think maybe he indeed had the option to go ahead and get it out to Michael Beyer, but he took it up inside, spun around, and got it down just short of the goal line a couple of yards.
2nd and goal from the 2. More traditional set now. Right up the middle. They work towards the goal line and stacked up a yard shy. Craig Brester trying to push it in, and he is short. 3rd and goal from the 1. Waning moments of this third quarter.
Orion Matthews, Preston Gailey, and also Charles Rudine on the tackle there right at the goal line. A yard short by Howells on that play, but those 3 guys just stuffed it up right there. Stopped the touchdown.
3rd down and goal from the 1. The give to the fullback. Beyer, he's in for the touchdown. No doubt about it. Beyer 5 yards deep into the end zone. The fullback for 6.
207 pounds of Scott Beyer taking it over the right side. And now it becomes critical for Overton, Kevin, to get the football back and start making a move.
They'll go for 2. Toss play. Brester in for the 2-point conversion. 30-7. Howells leading by 23 late in the third.
Touchdown play again. It's just straight power. Overton trying to jam it up in the middle with their people, and there's Orion Matthews. He followed the play in. He must have been blocked in that direction, but Beyer takes it in with tremendous power, great strength, excellent drive. 11 plays, 30 yards, 4:22.
Accomplished everything they wanted to accomplish, got the score, and burned some clock as well. Join NETV for a celebration of holiday music performed by Nebraska colleges and universities from across the state, performed especially for NETV. Hear musical selections from Nebraska Wesleyan University, Wayne State College, Hastings College, and the UNL Men's Choir. Don't miss Holiday Harmonies next Saturday, November 29th at 8 Central Time, only on NETV.
Man, that is right around the corner.
Isn't it? Thanksgiving
of next week.
Oh, wait, a week from today.
Colorado Friday.
You will once again spend your Thanksgiving in Boulder, Colorado.
Yeah, we'll fly out on Thanksgiving Day and just have a nice dinner out there somewhere in Denver or Boulder and get ready for the 11 o'clock kickoff on Friday morning.
30-7. Kalp's kickoff taken at the 3-yard line. Davenport trying to find some running room down the sideline. He has some, and he's tripped up near the 30-yard line. Pretty good return out to the 29 by Davenport, and that sets Overton up in good field position.
Good field position, exactly. Matthew Davenport, we've talked about him as a receiver, as you see it again. Trying to get down that left sideline, get down there towards that end zone. He had a 79-yard kickoff return against Greeley in the playoffs this year. That's a playoff record, by the way. And so he knows what to do with the football once he gets his hands on it. Got it up near midfield for his team. See what they can do.
1st and 10 from the 29. Gailey, the give to Martin. And Martin to the 31. maybe the 32-yard line. 2.5 yards on the first down. Rudeen actually on the carry. 1 minute remaining in this third quarter, and Howells leading 30-7. The Bobcat defense has stiffened. The 7-0 lead by Overton seems like a long time ago. 30 unanswered points from Howells.
Yeah, they jumped on top right away in the football game, and Howells then came back. As soon as Matt Eichmeyer moved from quarterback to running back, things changed.
Gailey to throw. Over the middle, hit the umpire right in the noggin. He won't catch it. No matter how many times you throw it at him, he just will not catch it.
Good pressure that time. You saw a good charge there by Michael Byer.
Oof.
And man, he's lucky to get it in the nose. He got it right below the chin, I think, or just right to the right of the chin. Umpire is Brad Shaw. Brad will remember that one for a while. No, he did not get it in the nose. Otherwise, you see a lot of red stuff under his beak there.
3rd down and 8 from the 31. Gailey, deep drop, sets it up. Martin was off balance when he caught it, and he was further off balance when Brester got a hold of him and threw him to the turf. 4th down and long for Overton, and not the drive they were envisioning there.
Gale probably went on that drop too quickly as far as the drop goes, and it gave the defense time to recognize that play and get people over there to the right-hand side. You see the quarterback really go back there quickly. Chances are pretty good he's going to run the screen pass, and that's what that play was. And it gave them a chance to react and shut it down for no gain.
At the end of 3 in the D1 state championship, the Bobcats in control, 30-7.
Oh, it's story time. We'll read the story about the big dog. Yes, on the way to school.
Always there when you need us. Nebraska Public Power District, together with your local public power utility.
Programming on NETV is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Checkoff. Soy biodiesel is a soy-based, clean-burning, renewable fuel that can be blended with petroleum diesel to help reduce America's dependence on foreign oil. Soy biodiesel, making a difference for soybean farmers and you.
From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this is NETV and NETV Digital Television.
Memorial Stadium, our new home for the next couple of days, where Howells leads Overton 30-7. 4th quarter about to begin, along with Adrian Fiala and Larry Putney, our entire NETV sports production crew. I'm Kevin Kugler. Glad you're with us tonight as we are getting set for the 4th quarter of play. And it's been all Howells since midway through the 2nd quarter. It was a 7-0 lead for Overton, 30 straight points for the Howells Bobcats.
Howells has really shown us here late in the first half and now in the second half, Kevin, why they have the reputation they do. And there's a nice punt.
And it trickles into the end zone. Jared McCarter has a real strong leg, and that one got a roll that favored the Bobcats. They let it go, and it rolled all the way into the end zone. They'll start at the 15-yard line after the touchback.
McCarter, as you said, a strong leg, averaging just about 42.8 on the year, leading the state in that category. And he had a nice delivery, a nice kick right there. But unfortunately, they're not able to pin it down there around the 1-yard line. Comes out to the 15-yard line where Howells will take it over.
1st down and 10. Eichmeyer on the toss to Dustle. And Dustle, good solid gain. Didn't want to go out of bounds, but it is a good solid gain nonetheless to the 21-yard line, 6-yard pickup.
Just a toss sweep. We've seen that a whole bunch of times tonight from this Howells football club. They're very well known for that, as Rudeen in there to make the initial hit. Dustle getting popped a couple of times after that too, but again, power. The name of the game for Howells.
Toss play again. Dustle to the left side, and Dustle with a big gain and a 1st down across the 30 and out to the 33-yard line. So we saw a lot of Matt Eichmeyer. Now we're seeing a little bit of Michael Dustle.
Travis Nitch on the tackle here also probably saves a touchdown, as Dustle is going to cut on through there. And just some excellent blocking. One thing about Eichmeyer also is he'll block for you. He's a very, very good blocker. And there you see Dustle almost breaking it loose were it not for the tackle of Mitch.
Congratulations now to Michael Dustle. He has 46 yards on the night. He's gone over 1,000 yards rushing on the year. From the 33, Dustle's try again and tripped up after a 1-yard gain. Good tackle by Tony Martin. Got him around the legs and would not let go.
Martin there, and also Preston Gailey coming around the block. Scott Beyer trying to get a block on Gailey, did not happen, as he is able just to sneak in there and ever so slightly get the shoelaces of Dustle and then wait for help from the rest of the folks inside, being Tony Martin, a couple others.
10:40 remaining in this fourth quarter. Howells 30-7. They face a 2nd and 9. Dustle on the left side, and Dustle takes it near the 39, close to the 40-yard line, right at that midfield stripe. Tackle in there made by Gregory Love for Overton. Third down and 4. They need to cross the midfield stripe and take it down to the Overton 37-yard line for the first. Howells just 10:05 from becoming a 4-time state champion. Dustle on 3rd down and 4. Close and has the first down. Fell forward, dove forward, and has the first, and keep those chains moving.
Keeps the sticks moving, and also keeps Matt Eichmeyer moving as he took the snap, just simply turned around, tossed it to Dustle. Then Matt Eichmeyer helped to lead the play up into the hole. And he also had a very good block up in the hole. We heard earlier about his being an explosive player, and we've seen that, and we also heard he was a great blocker, and we've seen that also.
First down and 10 from the 36. 9:43 remaining in this one. Dustle, good cutback, good hit leveled on him by Charlie Rudine. Took it from the 36 down to the 32.5-yard line, and a big stick leveled by Rudine at the end of that play.
Watch Preston Gailey on the replay here, number 7 right of the screen. He's going to take on Scott Beyer, 40 right there. But Gailey keeps the play to the middle, and that's what you want to do on that. Try to keep that play to the middle. He does that. And unfortunately, in the process, Scott Beyer went off to the sideline. A little bit of a bump or a bruise on that last play. Hopefully he'll be all right to get back in the football game.
2nd down, 7 yards to go from the Overton 33. Eichmeyer, little misdirection play to Michael Beyer, and Beyer driven down at the 30-yard line. Another 3-yard pickup. 3rd down and 4. 8:42 remaining fourth quarter.
See, they're fake it right there to 25. That's Craig Brester. And then come back around to the inside with Michael Beyer. Nice little pickup right there. Little misdirection, little play action to try to confuse the linebackers on the play.
3rd down and 4 from the 30. Eichmeyer to throw over the middle. Catch is made by Beyer. He's got the first down, and he won't go down until he's finally stopped at the 22-yard line. And another first down as Eichmeyer connects on his 3rd completion of the day.
Beyer's 6'2" and 230 pounds, coming off that tight end spot, using his body right there to go ahead and get across that stick and pick up that first down. Eichmeyer, nice job, Kevin, just to come right up, just one step, boom, on the slant pattern, and they pick up the first down, and they have moved the football very well on this drive.
First down and 10 from the Overton 22-yard line. They've moved the football and they've moved the clock. They've burned over 4 minutes off in this drive. Eichmeyer with a lot of room to run up the middle, and Eichmeyer with another first down inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. First down and goal. Howells.
Watch the action here. He fakes that pitch. Gets a good block up front there from Bajada and Schwartz, and then moves upfield. He puts that bad hand down on the turf to keep balance and just keeps going. What a warrior this kid is. I mean to tell you, how's he doing for yardage?
152 yards. He's been quiet in the second half, but they haven't needed him to do a whole lot. Dustle's been carrying the load, and he carries this load down to the 1 yard line. 7-yard pickup on 1st and goal from the 8. And Dustle now with 68 yards rushing on the evening.
He's come up well. Again, that offensive line really has done well up front. Colby Danley, Tyler Schwartz, Stephen Bajda, along with Joel Kopp and Michael Byer, providing the blocking up front.
About to slip under 7 minutes remaining. 30-7. Howells leading and looking for more. 2nd and goal from the 1. Dustle in for the touchdown. And the Bobcats add to their lead on an impressive drive. The 11th play of the drive scores the touchdown.
An impressive blocking by Bajda over there and Michael Byer on the right side. These guys just, their surge took that defensive line back about 2 to 3 yards immediately and made it very easy for the back to come on in to pick up that touchdown, Dustle's touchdown.
36-7, the 2-point conversion. Eichmeyer into the end zone. It's tipped and knocked away, incomplete. And the score holds at 36-7 with 6:55 remaining. And let's watch the touchdown again.
Watch the right side of the line over there if we can pick it up. Well, we won't be able to, but you can see right there that defensive line is in the end zone on the play, and that's because Bajda and Byer did such a good job of blocking on the right side.
Larry Putney standing by with a very interested spectator to this one.
Well, to say the least, I'm with Mark Eichmeyer, the father of the guy who's running wild out there, Matt Eichmeyer. We're very impressed. You must be very proud.
Oh, I'm very, very proud. You know, he's a heck of a kid. He's a good athlete, but just a good student, a good son. You know, he listens well and he has a lot of heart.
Well, they put him back there at halfback, and all of a sudden things just started to click right for Howells.
Well, it ain't the first time that they've done that this year. They've done it quite a few times, giving little Michael Dustall a rest at times. He's a good running back and needs a break once in a while. He carried the ball 37 times last week. So
now I was asking you what he's going to be doing next year, and he's got a few options.
Yeah, he's kind of looking at some baseball options, football options. He'd like to play both of them. Still has some options of track and basketball too. He doesn't know what he's going to do.
Pretty good little shortstop, I hear.
Yeah, yes, very good, very good.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How nice to have those options awaiting you. And I am sure that Matt Eichmeyer is going to be a success at whatever he does. Overton's Davenport trying to find some running room, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Matthew Davenport trying to get to work on that sideline, and Overton trying to get to work offensively against a real good Howells defense. If you have questions about the college planning process, then tune in Wednesday, December 3rd for Nebraska Connects Countdown to College. This live call-in show will allow you to ask the experts about financial aid, selecting the right college, and many more areas of the higher education process. College is possible for most Nebraskans, and NETV is committed in helping. Nebraska Connects Countdown to College, December 3rd at 7 Central Time only on NETV. Gailey to throw, but he's in trouble, and down goes Gailey inside the 10, back to the 8-yard line. Byer came through untouched, and Bellina there to help him out, Abe.
And look at the celebration right there. There's Michael Byer throwing the bones, as we say, those crossed hands. They had 3 receivers over here to the right-hand side. Nobody really back there to protect in terms of pressure. See, there's nobody back there at all, so your line's got to get it done for you. But the pressure is there from both sides. That's just good work by the guys in the black shirts.
Michael Byer having a big night. His 17th sack of the year. That's a team high. 2nd and 20. And nowhere to go again for Charles Rudeen. Whole host of black jerseys in the backfield before Rudeen could even get to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, right now, Howells football team really the aroma of the championship is really strong on their side of the field right now, Kevin, and they're playing really with that spark to get it done, to get to the championship, to get to that trophy, to get to the medals. They feel it right now, and we're going to see that as we wind it down here with 5:40 and counting left in the ball game.
A team that's certainly familiar with this position, having won the last 3 state championships. Gailey in trouble again. Ball pops free. Fumble on the play, and who has it? A stack at the 5-yard line, and it's recovered by Overton. But it's 4th down and a country mile for the Overton Eagles.
Mark Bellina came in to make the hit, the backside hit on Gailey. Watch him, number 70 is at the top of your screen right there. Works off the block and boom, lowers the boom right there on Gailey.
Gailey fumbling there. That's a good call by the official. Hadn't moved the ball forward yet.
Now they need a good snap. Overton needs a good snap and a good kick.
McCarter with a good leg. This one a short kick taken at the 33-yard line, and down to the 25-yard line goes Scott Bloom, and Howells with a real short field to work with again. Well, I want to invite you back with us tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. It's the Class C2 State High School Football Championship. The Warriors of Crofton against the Cambridge Trojans tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time, right here on NETV Sports. Eric Crouch will be with us in the booth tomorrow, as he'll follow us the rest of the way in our state high school football coverage. From the 26, first down and 10. New players in the game for Howells. This on the carry is Alan Kampschneider. And Kampschneider takes it for a yard gain down to the 25-yard line. We'll get you the names and as much information as we can on a lot of the new guys in the game right now for the Howells Bobcats, is starting to build the foundation for another year. Michael Spears bringing in some new youngsters into the lineup. Justin Reeder, the new quarterback, and Reeder on the toss play. Craig Brester looking for some running room on that left side. There is very little, a gain of a yard at best down to the 23-yard line. And as you mentioned, Dave, the aroma of the championship, it is certainly evident on the Howells sideline.
It is, Kevin, and it's great to see Mike Spears getting some of the players who don't get to play a whole lot during the year, get them into the football game. And, well, maybe they did get to play a whole lot. We don't know that for sure with some of the scores they were able to run up and shut out teams this year. Those 8 shutouts that they tossed their opponents. But excellent to see these younger fellas get a chance to play.
On the toss, Brester hit in the backfield, gets away from one man, but there's 2, 3, 4, and 5 to pound him down. He snuck away from Preston Gailey, but his teammates were there to clean it up.
Gailey coming untouched from the edge right there. That corner blitz, as we like to call it at times. And wow, Brester able to keep his feet, Kevin, and keep going. That first hit by Gailey probably brings down a lot of ball carriers, but he was not to be denied. He kept the feet moving and took 2 other players in white shirts to bring him down. Overton pursuing to the football. You need to do that every time that snap is made on defense. Pursuit of the football.
4th down and 10 from the 26, and Howells will go. Reeder at quarterback, and a flag is down. Thrown way behind the play by the back official, and a delay of game against the Howells Bobcats. So instead of 4th and 10, it's 4th and 15. And let's go downstairs and check in on Larry Putney.
Well, guys, if the Bobcats should hold on to win this, they would go to 51-1 in the last 4 years, 4 straight state championships, 37 wins in a row, and it truly rivals one of the best runs in the history of high school football in the state of Nebraska. With the 4 straight state titles, they would move to 3rd all-time for consecutive titles.
That's a phenomenal run going on right now. Overton gets the stop on 4th down and forces the turnover, so the Eagles offense is going to have one last shot with 2:45 remaining in this 4th quarter, and Howells leading it 36-7. But Larry's right. This has just been an unbelievable run of success and really domination by this Howells program.
I'll credit it to Mike Spears and his assistant coaches, Scott Polachek, Scott Lamberty, and Steve Fusco, putting it all together as we see the ball bouncing on the turf again.
Incomplete pass. I think they wanted to throw the screen and then allow him to throw the football, but he dropped the pass.
Question is there, and you stay after it because you don't know if that's a backward pass or a lateral. Yep. So you stay after it and let the referee sort it out after the whistle blows.
A reminder to stick with us following the game. We'll show the medal ceremonies, the crowning of the champion, and a chance to chat with the victorious coach tonight. That's immediately following the game. 2nd and 10 from the 31. Shovel pass to Tony Martin. And Martin is dropped at the line of scrimmage. They'll keep the clock running. 2:33 and counting remaining in this 4th quarter.
Michael Meyer on the tackle. He has made a lot of tackles tonight. He came into the ballgame with 97 on the year. And he picked up his 17th sack earlier in the ballgame. And he made a great play right there to stop that little shovel pass for virtually no gain.
The #1 defense for Howells leaving the field to great cheers as the 2nd unit comes on. 3rd down and 10 from the 31. Gailey with his backs in the eye, and on the toss to Rudine. Blockers out in front. Rudine with room to run down the sidelines. Charlie Rudine is going to go for the touchdown. And Charlie Rudine in for 6 as he takes it in from 49 yards out.
Well executed. They faked the dive to the left-hand side, and then the quick pitch to Rudine. Went right by a tackle on that touchdown run, that long touchdown run. And Charles Rudine steps up here with 1:51 left. Maybe too little, too late, though.
Going for 2 now. New quarterback in. It's Andrew McCarter. Throws into the end zone, and the catch is made. The 2-point conversion is good. Dane Rudine gets the catch, and Overton back within 21 with 1:51 to play.
Good fake right there to keep everybody occupied. And now it's off to the races by Charles Rudine. Over 1,500 yards, 1,560 yards on the year. As far as touchdown goes, 20 touchdowns on the year, and he picks up another one right there.
Howells with the lead, 36-15. Well, if you'd like a VHS copy or a DVD of the game you're enjoying tonight, it's very easy to do. Log on to the internet at mynptv.org or via the telephone at 1-800-228-4630. Either way, you'll get yourself a VHS or DVD of tonight's D1 state championship from NETV, Nebraska's home for sports. And if you're someone who is a fan of all, you can get all of them. Any one of the classes, I'd get all of them if I were you for your video library.
Make your football library a little more complete with all of the games here at the state championship finals.
Matthews, kickoff out of bounds, and Howells is going to get a pretty decent start on this series. The Howells Bobcats leading at 36-15. And the kick going out of bounds right at the, well, just shy of the 20-yard line. And so we will set it up. And the Bobcats will go to work once again. The new quarterback, Justin Reeder, as Glenn Snodgrass chatting with some of his folks on the sidelines. Frustrating night for sure for the Overton Eagles. First down and 10 from the 25. The toss play. Some running room over on that right side for Alan Kampschneider, and a decent run out near the 29-yard line. A pickup of 4 yards for Alan Kampschneider.
Allen, a junior, 155 pounds, taking that pitch from Reeder, the quarterback, the new quarterback. Nice little gain for Allen, or Alan Kampschneider, that is, 5'10". Lots of people coming into the ballgame in and out now to give some people the experience of playing here, playing in this state final with 119 and counting in the ballgame.
Second down and 6 from the 29. 4 straight state titles, just 1 minute 8 seconds away. Trouble in the backfield and good penetration. Matthews and Gailey in there to bring down Brester, or rather not Brester, but Chad Brester. Craig Brester sits down, and Chad Brester, the freshman, gets the carry. And not much room to run. And the Overton defense, the number ones, will take a seat, and some of the new kids in for Overton here with 43 seconds remaining.
And more new Howells players coming on.
It's a great chance for everybody to say they played at Memorial Stadium. What a fun experience.
A little slice of Memorial Stadium in their back pocket.
On the toss play, Justin Bartling, and there's the bucket, the Gatorade shower from Mike Spears, and he's not unhappy about it at all.
He'll take it all the time, no doubt.
4th down and 4. Don't run on that side of the field, though. There's a lot of ice out there.
He's got to be glad it happened tonight and maybe not tomorrow night or the night after.
I don't know. That wind tonight is a little bit chilly as well.
It's nippy, no doubt.
And this one is all over in the books. Howells Bobcats, once again, your D1 state champions as they beat Overton tonight, 36-15, 4 straight at state for Howells.
Tremendous effort by this Howells defense, and also the individual performance tonight by Matt Eichmeyer, that is. Warrior performance by the youngster. He's a senior, and hopefully he'll be able to go on and continue his athletic career, as his father talked about earlier. But what a job the defense did, and what a job Eichmeyer did from the quarterback spot, and also, Kevin, from the running back spot. Things seemed to spark when he went back there to play the I-back or the tailback in their formation. So well done by this Howells team. And congratulations also to Overton for a great season.
36-15, the Howells Bobcats, your D1 state champions. We've got some medals to hand out. We'll do that next.
Bryan LGH West is bringing advanced neuroscience technology to Nebraska, offering the state's first gamma knife radiosurgery to non-invasively treat brain tumors and severe facial pain, and working with Nebraska's only physician specially trained in coiling for brain aneurysms. Just 2 examples of our commitment to neuroscience care for Nebraskans and our neighbors. Bryan LGH, the first name in healthcare.
Programming on NETV is provided in part by Education Quest Foundation. For over 15 years, Education Quest has offered free college planning services. These services include scholarship searches, student loan information, college selection, and help with completing financial aid application. Education Quest is located in Kearney, Lincoln, and Omaha. Appointments are available at 800-666-3721.
Nebraska. You live and play here. You raise your family here. So do we. ACE, community-owned, community-operated. Your hometown choice for natural gas.
Skinwalkers. Sunday night at 8 Central Time on NETV. From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this is NETV and NETV Digital Television.
NETV sports coverage of the 2003 Nebraska State High School Football Championships is brought to you in part by Bryan LGH Medical Center, the first name in healthcare. By the Nebraska Beef Council, brought to you by Nebraska's beef producers. Beef, it's what's for dinner. By the Public Alliance for Community Energy, locally owned and operated, your hometown choice for natural gas. And by NPPD, always there when you need us. Final score tonight in the D1 State Championship game, Howells 36, Overton 15. And now for the awards ceremony, our public address announcer, Rich Broderson.
The Nebraska School Activities Association is happy to have medals and trophies for both of these outstanding teams. The award presentations will be made by NSAA Board of Control members Mike Troxel from Sutherland, Dr. Bob Resnicek from Omaha Westside, and U.S. Bank representatives Ann Sampson and Lisa Hill. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the awards for Class D1 runner-up, Overton. Will head coach Glenn Snodgrass and your assistants please come to the sideline stage to present the silver medals to the members of your team. Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 1, Jared McCarter. Number 6, Andrew McCarter. Number 7, Preston Gailey. Number 8, Jared Barton. Number 9, Ryan Jeffries. Number 10, Joel Hodgson. Number 11, Chase Freeman. Number 12, Nathan Simpson. Number 14, Derek Brown. Number 21, Alex Morales. Number 22, Trevor Bryan. Number 23, Brian Johnson. Number 25, Anthony Chavez. Number 33, Brad Hanks. Number 41, Matthew Davenport. Number 42, Derek Bacon. Number 44, Dane Rudin. Number 45, Tony Martin. Number 46, Charles Rudin. Number 48, Andrew Lang. Number 55, Gregory Love. Number 66, Travis Nitch. Number 72, Brandon Barnes. Number 78, Orion Mathis. And number 81, Tyler Davenport. And now, here is the 2003 Class D1 runner-up trophy. Congratulations, Overton High School.
Well, congratulations to Overton. A fantastic season for that team and a job well done. Just ran into a real juggernaut right now with Howells.
They did, Kevin. Howells' experience, they've been here before. Overton got some of that experience tonight. Represented themselves well here tonight. Again, a great season for them, and build that nucleus for next year to come back and hopefully get back here for them in the year 2004.
Well, a very good season for Howells and for Overton, and let's go to Rich Broderson once again to crown Howells the 4-time state champions.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, to the champions from Howells High School. First, head coach Mike Spears, we have a special award for you. Now, coach, would you and your assistants hand out the gold medals to the members of your championship team? Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 2, Jeff Fultus. Number 4, Justin Bartling. Number 7, Rick Kempschneider. Number 8, Joe Recker. Number 9, Jesse Hageman. Number 10, Justin Reeder. Number 14, Scott Bloom. Number 15, Chad Brester. Number 16, Justin Takel. Number 18, Brian Janata. Number 19, Matt Eichmeyer. Number 20, Matt Dustel. Number 21, Michael Dustel. Number 22, Michael Byer. Number 23, Kyle Check. Number 24, Kai Konachek. Number 25, Craig Brester. Number 26, Jason Hegeman. Number 28, Jonathan Faltus. Number 32, Derek Schroeder. Number 33, Lance Grothy. Number 34, Kevin Janata. '38, Jacob Pieper. Number 40, Scott Beyer. Number 42, Kurt Dustel. Number 44, Brent Sofall.
You're on record.
Number 45, Mark Burenheide. Number 46, Stephen Bunchita. Number 54, Ben Rogie.
Nice job, Steve.
Number 56, Alan Kempschneider. Number 57, John Takel. Number 62, David Colia. Number 66, Paul Simmerod. Number 68, Spencer Risch. Number 70, Kark Belina. Number 71, John Francis. Number 72, Justin Sindelar. Number 73, Colby Danley. Number 74, Tyler Schwartz. Number 75, Michael Bunchita. Number 76, Jeremy Sweettalk. Number 77, Brad Brester. Number 82, Adam Sindelar. Number 83, Brett Ortmeyer. And number 84, Joel Kelp. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for these outstanding athletes and their school, here is the 2003 Class D1 State Football Championship Trophy. Congratulations, Howells High School.
The four-time state champion Howells Bobcats. They win it tonight 36-15 over the Overton Eagles. A statistical performance, 277 yards of total offense for Howells, 153 yards total offense for Overton. It doesn't show up the domination in the statistics, but it was a dominant performance, scoring 36 unanswered points before the late Overton touchdown made it 36-15.
That offense, Kevin, and also their defense. Their defense played very, very well tonight, shutting down the Overton Eagles at various times through this ball game, so they deserve a big hand also. And again, you tip your hat to both teams. Great seasons for both.
Let's go downstairs to Larry Putney. He's down with the champs.
I am with the state champions. First, Coach Spears, talk about how gratifying this is, given that just yesterday you had 5 starters out with the flu.
Oh, geez, you know, the kids just battled so hard and played their hearts out tonight, and all these 2 kids right here had a lot to do with tonight. I don't know what I'm going to do without them. I'm trying to figure out how to redshirt them, but I don't think the NSAA is going to let me. I think there's going to be a lot of opposing coaches at their graduation parties giving them gifts. So, all our kids, just such a special group, and God, it's so much fun, and almost disappointed that the season's over now. It's like, geez, anybody else want to play? So
talk about the spark that both of these two guys behind me gave, because Matt, when he moved to the halfback, things really started clicking, and Michael in the second half really dominant inside.
Well, yeah, Matt even made the comment in the first half. He goes, "Let me play tailback a little bit, and maybe I can get to the corner a little bit quicker." And we knew we needed to try to outrun their big kids, and he started doing that. And when they wore down, then Michael Dostal was able to come back in and do some great things for us. And, Byers just dominated up front his whole career. So I don't know what to say. These guys leave me speechless.
Let's talk to Michael a little bit. Talk about your play inside, especially in the second half. What changed it for you guys after really kind of being pushed around early on?
Well, I think we just relaxed. I mean, we forgot about all the atmosphere around here, and we just played football, Bobcat football. And that's pounding the ball, being physical, and just hitting them in the mouth until they quit. And that just shows the heart we have here.
Hitting them in the mouth, that's the third time, guys. I've heard that today. Let's talk to Matthew now. You really turned things around in that first half when you guys were struggling a little bit. A couple of big runs, touchdowns, really got these guys going.
Yeah, like Michael said, we calmed ourselves down. Then we got the holes opening. Our line sustained their blocks. We opened it up big for us.
Talk about what, 4 in a row. I mean, and 3 for you.
I'm speechless with that. I mean, it's a great feeling. I don't know if I'll ever have this feeling again. I just hope it continues for everyone else.
Michael talked about Bobcat football, and what that's all about, guys, is 4 straight state championships, 51-1 in the last 4 years, and now 37 consecutive wins. Congratulations, guys.
Thanks a lot.
What it's about is a dynasty. It's a dynasty right now with the Howells Bobcats. They have been the dominant program in D1 now for 4 straight years, 1 loss and 37 straight wins. That's what you make. That's what a dynasty is.
And you credit that to Mike Spears and his staff. As we said earlier, Kevin, congratulations to them. And I still like that tradition, that face black tradition they started also. I mean, you talk about hitting guys in the mouth and you give them that look like Darth Vader, and that scares people. So they really come up, played well, played tough football. That young man there, again, doing a great job. And all is well in Howells, Nebraska.
Congratulations to the Howells Bobcats, the D1 state champs. Be with us tomorrow at 11 o'clock for the Class C2 championship as the Crofton Warriors take on the Cambridge Trojans. And now for Adrian Fiala, Larry Putney, and the entire NETV sports production crew, I'm Kevin Kugler. Goodbye until tomorrow from Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska.